You're about to listen to TADPOG, Tyler and Dave Play Old Games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
Hello, Internet, and welcome to another show. It's this kind of, every now and then we'll do therapy shows. This is one of those here at Tyler and Dave and Ian. And today, John, Play Old Games. It's an all calls.
Cat's out of the bag.
So we decided to do all of the LJN WWF games. So we need a little more time to get those. We'll do the all calls in the meantime. Before we get to all the calls.
A highly requested all calls.
Yes, it's true.
It is true.
We get that a lot.
Scratch everything Tyler just said. We're doing it for you. Let's start over. Dear listener, we have great news for you.
Dear Taryn.
We're doing a thing for you. Dear Taryn, pussy, pussy, pussy.
Comma, pussy,
love, pussy.
dot, pussy.
Not another one.
Hi, new listener. We know someone named Taryn. She doesn't like the word pussy.
Sorry, Taryn.
Now we're all in on it.
She commented on that in the Discord today.
I saw that. That's why I made the statement.
She'll eat it, but she can't say it. I don't know.
Tell me more about that. I would like to know more.
My interest is piqued.
So this is turned from an all calls to let's call Taryn and see what's going on. Apropos of nothing.
Specifically.
There's a lot of people out there.
Taryn picks up. Tyler says you eat pussy. Is it true? Yes, you're on the air.
He's like, yes, but I don't call it that.
Oh, right. Sorry. What? Punani?
If there are any
Sugar
new
hole.
listeners, if there are any new listeners, they're they don't know much about this show, but they know that
There are no new listeners.
In fact, there are probably
we barely have
Not
old
on one of
listeners.
these. Yeah.
probably fewer today than there were last week.
yeah, whatever, man, whatever.
Tell your friends. Make flyers. Post them around your neighborhood.
There is someone at work who is like listening to me and Ian talk about the show, and we're like, yeah, I kind of want to listen to the show, and like I was sitting there thinking, oh, that's cool, like, more people finding out about the show, and then I was like, yeah, but I don't know about it. I don't really want people here to find out about the show. Like,
yeah, I get it.
it's like, look, it was like, hey, look, you got to be like cool about this, okay?
Oh, you shared it?
Well, I think they were going to look it up, so.
Oh, they were going to look, so they're going to find it.
It was going to happen. So
Yeah.
there were warnings issued, like,
Yeah.
You
like,
know.
hey, I say
ain't-
shit on the show that I definitely wouldn't say at work.
yeah.
No, I don't. When people are like, what do you do in your spare time?
Masturbate a lot.
Come up with a bunch of lies, I guess, because there's a whole bunch of shit that I don't want you to
Surf?
listen to. Yeah. With Pikachu?
I have a little yellow Pokemon friend, and we solve mysteries together.
Yeah, which is actually a better answer than being like, oh, I podcast. We talk about calling up our friends and asking if they eat pussy. And you should check it out.
Scooter coffee.
Oh, and it's
We already
about
did
old video
ask,
games.
so-
And if you want to give us money, you can go to pisstasters.com. No, the fun of this show is not telling people about it. In my opinion, y'all do you, but
I want like lots of people to know about the show, just not around,
just not
me
here.
or here.
Sure, I get that. Yeah. I'm on that train too.
Like, I hope you guys have like 1 million listeners. I just hope none of those listeners
Work with
are
us.
here or work with us.
If we had 1 million listeners at that point, I wouldn't care.
That's true.
Because at that point, it'd be like, yo, if all of y'all just donate a fucking $1 on Patreon.
I will not have to fucking worry about that shit anymore.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
I won't be working with anyone except
Right.
Tyler and Dave.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, my managers that I consider friends know. So when I'm like, I'm gonna leave early, I gotta go do stuff for the show. They're like, okay, but no one else. I make sure no one else knows.
Yeah.
I talk about the show.
I have to open meetings in prayer. So no one else knows.
Wait, what? Oh.
As a common practice at my job.
Oh yeah, that does make sense. I forgot about where you worked for a minute.
That's great.
What? Something about prayer? What?
Oh yeah, it is a common thing to open meetings in prayer.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
my work.
cool. I'm sure all the Muslim people that you work with, I mean, it's that kind of prayer, right? Like
Nope.
all the- yeah. I mean, they have all the other
So that's just very
of-
Catholic.
types of religious, yeah. It's like a
Sometimes
Texas,
they'll
it's
just
like
do
a Texas
sometimes they'll do
schoolroom.
affirmations instead.
All right.
How many meetings do you have? Like, how often are you praying?
Anytime there's an in-person meeting.
I was about to say,
Wow.
like, it's Zoom. Like,
That-
Zoom
it-
pops up, and you're like, "Our
Let
Lord
us
and Father."
If it's if it's the monthly Zoom meeting for
Yeah.
all of leadership, yes,
Wow.
it's open with a prayer.
Man, that is super weird to me. Super weird to me.
Very ostracizing.
Yeah,
Feels like.
a little bit.
Yeah. 'cause- yeah.
But I mean, I guess if it's right there in the name, I
It's a religious
suppose. What are
organization,
you
really,
going to do?
so.
Yeah.
There are nuns that work at the same place. So
Yeah.
Hey, I mean,
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Got to pay the bills.
I
Better
get
pray.
it. Hey,
and that sister is on my ass about all sorts of shit. All
oh
the
wow.
time.
Oh,
You done
wow.
your Hail Marys?
So basically, my entire elementary school experience is what you're fucking telling me. Got punished by nuns, and I wasn't even Catholic.
Hey, man, some people pay good money for that.
Right? Not when they're fucking 7.
Man,
That is true.
You know,
That is- they don't have good
that
money.
is some shit that would turn the tables real quick. Like, you know, you're in Catholic school and a nun comes up and slaps you on the wrist and you just like act like you're really fucking into it.
Yeah.
It's like, I bet that shit would stop.
Harder, mommy.
Yeah.
Well, good, I love that.
Oh, it would stop, but not the way you think it would stop.
Oh, we have someone for you. Father!
Oh, daddy. Yes. Well, that's like the first season of Oz. The cannibal starts going to mass. It's like, so once you bless it, it actually turns into Jesus' flesh. Perfect. I'm in. Let's do that. So the priest like puts the cracker on his tongue and he just like shivers. It's like, all right, yeah.
Wow.
Transubstantiation.
Yeah.
That's what that's called.
Yes.
Well, what you guys been up to? Tell me about your week. Or do we just want to do a draft or open that package or what do we want to do?
Oh, I got a couple of things. Nothing major.
I'll watch some stuff.
I'm anime free this week.
What?
I've been anime free. I've been catching
poor
up
man.
on other things. So
You've worn at least 2 anime shirts this week
Normie.
that I know of. So.
yeah, I own several. So I still promote anime. I just don't always watch it because I'll go through a big run of something and then I'll have to detox and go back to watching TV that features real people. You know. But really, there was just a lot to watch to get caught up on. I mentioned before, I don't know if I mentioned before, rather, I watched Succession on HBO.
I really want to watch that.
It's a good show. It's pretty crazy, and it's in its final season. So I've been getting caught up on that. I am caught up. I think there's only a few more episodes left, and
How many seasons are there?
This is the 4th season
4, okay.
currently.
That's palatable.
And there was a big thing that got spoiled on the internet. I'm not going to say it because I actually managed to be not spoiled on it. That happens very early in the season. So it's been an exciting season, but yeah, it's coming to an end. And then another HBO show that I'm into is Barry.
Yeah, I've heard about Barry.
Barry is good.
I've heard it's great. Yeah.
It's in its 4th and final season as well.
Wow, it feels like it's been going on longer than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
It feels like I've been hearing about it
I
longer.
think
than
there might have been a COVID break in there somewhere.
Yeah,
that
HBO tends to do
dragged
like,
it out a little
big
bit.
breaks between seasons
Yeah.
too.
but its final
Like
season
Curb.
is underway, and it's not. Barry's not for everybody, but it's a great show, and Dennis Hader is Bill Hader. What was I thinking? Dennis.
The serial killer?
Probably I had Dennis Miller on my mind from earlier.
Because Dennis Rader is BTK, so close.
Maybe. But
From earlier, from Joe Dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. We're doing a Joe Dirt episode this weekend.
Yeah.
For the Patreon.
It's I'm about to say, man, it's like at this point it's a spoiler. I guess it is a spoiler that we're actually going to do it.
Yeah, it's just been a lot of scheduling delays have prevented us from being able to do it. So now we're set in stone for Saturday. We're going to record it, put some bonus content out there. But so I was thinking about Joe Dirt today, and I guess I was thinking about Dennis Miller because he's in Joe Dirt. And
I'm super looking
Dennis
forward.
Hader.
I'm super looking forward to hearing that because I'm a donor, so I get to hear that.
You get to hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
You're like,
excited.
what do these fuckers think about Joe Dirt?
No, I've never seen Joe Dirt, so I really want to listen to the episode.
Interesting, because I always wonder where it's like with movies and stuff, if it matters if the person listens to it and they're like, I'm gonna wait to listen to this until I've watched the movie, because that's what I do, and then what happens is I just don't listen to those episodes.
I've
You know what I mean?
had so many people talk to me about Joe Dirt, and
Yeah.
I've heard so much over the years about that movie that I don't feel like anything's going to get spoiled for me. You know, like I'm still going to watch the movie eventually, but
Yeah.
It's only 23 years old.
Okay.
So there's still time.
Yeah.
And I saw today that they made a second one.
Yes.
I had no idea they made a second
Joe
one.
Dirt 2, Beautiful Loser.
Yeah. Said it had the original cast. in it,
I
too.
watched Joe Dirt 2 today.
Really?
Yes, I did. And in very small bits because I was very busy at work.
Right, yeah.
But yep, I'm going to talk about it on Saturday, and then we'll
Cool.
get it on the Patreon. You can hear all about it.
I can't wait to hear it.
What's on your arm? Are you okay?
Oh,
I don't know what that is.
It's a
It's a brace?
for tennis elbow.
Oh, the tennis elbow.
I've had bad problem with my hands.
Right.
I couldn't pick things up with my right hand because my forearms were hurting so bad. And I did a quick Google of it, and my symptoms matched up with tennis elbow. So it said try a little compression brace on it.
Has it helped?
I just got it like a couple of hours ago, but yes, it does. It helps.
Good.
I can actually use my hand again. This is the point I couldn't pick up like
I don't
that
understand
cup.
why you made a motion
But I
like
think it's
that.
funny you use the jerk
Yeah,
off.
I'm jerking off.
That's where the tennis elbow
This
comes
hurts.
from.
It's like your hand had vaginal reconstruction surgery.
It did. It's now a virgin again. But I like picking up a cup or something. It was just painful, and it was getting real bad. And it had finally yesterday started to ease off a little bit. But I got the brace and put it on tonight, and it helps. It's not like gone, the pain, but it's at least my arm is functional again.
Much more bearable.
Yeah, it's definitely bearable. But anyway, I was talking about Barry. That's a good show. I recommend it. Season 4 is a little weird. It's a little out there. It's a little bit of a departure from what they did in the first 3 seasons, but
Is that the season that takes place in space?
all things must come to an end. One way or another. The 4th season feels a lot like the final season of 2 seasons of Better Call Saul. Just in the style that they did it. I know nobody fucking knows what I'm talking about.
Paul Korn does.
Well,
I've
Paul
seen
will
the
talk
first
about
3
it then,
seasons
I
of Better
guess.
Call Saul.
It just had that feeling, and for anyone who's seen both, they'll probably get it. Otherwise, it's really lost on most people. From the horror hole this week, I actually went back in time and watched, for the first time ever, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Oh man, I remember the cartoon.
We
Hell yeah.
We went to in the Wayback Machine, and I had never seen it, and she brought it up, and we watched it the other day, and I found it to be extremely funny and entertaining because we were just earlier talking about the movie Airplane. It's like Airplane, only it's a movie about tomatoes that become sentient and start eating everyone. But it's that same kind of humor, as in the Naked Gun movies and the Airplane and stuff like that, just silliness. And it really very dated humor, obviously, because the movie came out in like 1977.
Wow, it's that old.
It's old.
I would have guessed like a little bit later than that.
Yeah,
the
I
same
think it
year
was
as Star
77.
Wars. That's crazy.
I think it was. He was 77, 79. I know I'm almost 100% sure it was in the late 70s.
I'm sure you're right. I'm not doubting that, but but I would have because the cartoon I remember like was in the I remember
90s.
being like fifth grade and being like, what is this? Okay.
Let me clarify that. Yep, 1978 is when that came out. So anyway, it's a funny watch. If you haven't seen it, you like funny, cheesy horror movies, that's a good one to pick up and watch. There was actually some really funny sight gags, some really just funny jokes in there. Some of like the Airplane style and Naked Gun movies is the humor that they don't push right in your face. There's plenty of that, but there's a lot that's subtle. That's stuff you got to see it to get it. If you're paying attention, and you see it. It's just really like
sight gags.
Sight gags. One of the things that just had me rolling for some reason. They cut to the wide. They are in one scene, and then they cut to a wide shot of downtown San Francisco. You could see Alcatraz in the background, and at the bottom of the screen it says New York. Shit like that. I actually laughed out loud at that because, it was just really funny.
Right.
It's just shit like that gets me. So, give Attack of the Killer Tomatoes a watch. And my final talking point for the things I watched this week, I watched a movie last night on the recommendation of a very good friend of mine. It's a movie by the makers of John Wick. It's called Sisu.
Yes.
Man, I want to see Sisu.
Sisu will be out in theaters on May 26th, 2023. And so we somehow magically managed to watch it last night in the comfort of our own home. It's by the makers of John Wick. It's about an old man who has seen some shit, and he was involved in the Russian invasion of Finland.
The Winter War of 1939.
The Winter War of 1939, and he had put all that behind him and was now a gold farmer, a gold miner. Right? He was a prospector. And right at the very beginning, this is not a spoiler, right at the very beginning of the movie,
the dog dies.
The dog does.
No, I only say that because of the commercials I've seen where it's like the dog doesn't die.
Right, the dog doesn't die.
Yeah.
There's a trailer out there for it. I highly recommend you watch the trailer. If by the time this drops, you're gonna. It'll probably be close to being out anyway.
Tell me, we hadn't had a chance to actually talk about this. Did you get some like Tarantino vibes from it as well?
I did. It was
Maybe it was because of Inglourious Bastards, but I got some
Inglourious Bastards, Hateful Eight, things like that. That the style of filming, it was there.
The titling and everything.
The titling is the same.
Like
it's you can tell it's very Tarantino inspired. It's like if Tarantino made a John Wick film. Honestly, I
set
think
in
would be
like
set in World War II. So at the beginning of the movie, the old man is panning for gold, and he finds a tiny nugget, and in the stream where he's panning, and so he goes to the area around his camp, and he's digging holes, and he finds a vein of gold, a big one, and he fills up his saddlebags with gold. Well, now he has to get it home. And at this point in time, the Nazis had invaded Finland, but had at this point in the war been ordered to leave, to get out. They were ordered by their commanders. Russia and NATO and whoever got together, and they just said the Nazis need to get out of Finland. So they start to pull out, but on their way out, they're taking a very scorched earth tactic. In other words, they're destroying everything behind them. They're going to wreak as much havoc as they can before they leave. And he ends up on his way home with his sacks full of gold. He ends up running into a company of Nazis who are extricating themselves from Finland. But they're not nice people.
What?
Right?
Yeah.
And chaos ensues.
Yeah, I guess
It is a wholly unbelievable
oh yeah.
movie in every sense of the word. There's just prepare to suspend disbelief and watch it and enjoy it because I really liked it. Lots of good Nazi killing going on in that movie.
Yeah, you know, if you think that, you know, if you can suspend disbelief enough to enjoy a John Wick movie, like because, you know, this guy can kill 100 people and still live through it or whatever, and I can, then you can easily handle this movie. And it's a good, I still think it's a good story.
Oh, it's a great story.
A good story. And
the
there is
the acting in it, it's very quiet in the sense there's not a lot of dialogue. It just tells a very visual story. It's a great movie. I really liked it.
I want to see it.
And it's short. It's an hour and a half. Easy watch.
On the money.
I loved it. I really did. And I definitely recommend it. It'll be a big hit. It hasn't gotten a wide release yet, but it will next week.
That was going to be one of the things I was going to mention, actually.
I thought maybe you would and we could discuss. And again, I don't want to say too much about it because it's literally not even out in theaters yet. But give that one a look because I was very impressed and it was a good time. It didn't drag out for as long as say an episode of TADPOG. You know, good stuff.
Not many movies do.
Nope.
Titanic, Forrest Gump,
Avengers.
Lord of the Rings. Yeah.
Hell, we got Avengers beat on a few of our episodes.
Yeah.
Handful. Dave, what have you been up to?
You know, I usually have notes, but I don't really have any notes. I mean, this is fun. I really didn't have anything noteworthy this week going on. I started playing, and I even kind of hate to mention it because it's not like I'll finish it, but I started playing Nier Automata, and that was fun.
Yeah.
Played that for like a few hours on Saturday, and then it was like with the mindset of like, man, this is fun. If I was in college and like didn't have work and stuff, I would definitely finish this game.
What sort of game is it?
It's a Square game that came out, I think, in like 2017. It is kind of a mixed bag because it's an open world. It's kind of an open world game. There are open world parts. You play a android. The setting's really cool. The setting is it's in the future. And the story that you're given that I don't trust, but you're given a story where it's like an alien life form showed up on Earth and Earthlings moved to the moon and they created these androids and sent the androids to Earth to try to reclaim it. And the reason I'm like, that's the story you're given, and you're given to it in game. You know?
Think it's like a Planet of the Apes type of deal where they're gonna fuck with you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wait, Square never do that.
So I never played the first game. There's like a Nier game that I think came out on like PlayStation, and honestly, I don't really, aside from it existing, I don't really know that much about it, but. I don't know. There's kind of some hints where it's like, because even the information you're given and all these androids are like, it's very cold, which you might expect. But there's also these things where it's like
all of these electric sheep in my dreams.
Yeah. And it's like there's, for instance, the game opens up. And the reason I say it's kind of an open world game is because these androids, they pilot like flying mechs, essentially. So there are these like flight combat sessions that are very much like an overhead shooter. And it kind of seamlessly goes between that and then like land combat and then like back and forth. But in the very beginning of the game, like I don't want to spoil anything, but something happens where it's like, oh, that was weird, and then like you kind of you come back online in headquarters, and they're like, oh yeah, everything's cool, everything's fine. Hey, we noticed your self-destruct's been disabled. Let's go ahead and enable that. So yeah, I mean, so it's very cool because like in the very beginning, even it's this whole like, and if you like try to like say, nah, we're not gonna enable self-destruct, they're like, why are you not enabling your self-destruct? You are an Android, and by protocol, you have to have this enabled. So it's that stuff's pretty neat.
Damn dirty apes.
Damn dirty apes. You blew it up. So I want to finish it, but it's like, it's just not. It's one of those where it's like it, and I've heard it's not that long, but still, it's one of those where it's like I started going back to the gym this week, and that in itself has been like, well, okay, so Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, it's wake up, go to work, go to the gym, come home, have literally an hour and a half to do something. And then go to bed. So it's like, okay, wow, that ate up a bunch of fucking time.
Yeah. We've been talking about going back to the gym too, and it's like that's the exact reason I'm hesitant because I don't have enough time to get shit done as it is.
Yeah,
I need to get exercise.
Yeah, me too. I was feeling pretty gross. Because I hadn't been since COVID, since like 2020.
Yeah, it's been longer than that for me.
I'd been doing stuff at home, but it's not as good.
Oh, speaking of video games, fucking, I got Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah,
for the Switch.
I've heard
playing that.
I've heard that is a great video game.
It's great.
Have you made a dude with a dong yet?
Nah, that's been done.
Yeah,
I'm working on something way better than that.
But the drop dong 2.0.
Yeah, you know it. Most popular meme coming from me.
The balls.
The flames. It's a really neat game. It's a bit overwhelming. And it's also like I'm being overwhelmed by shit that I'm doing in this game. But aside from a couple of mechanics, I've already done it all. It's just it's the next chapter, which is fine. There's more. There's like a sky. There's Hyrule, and then there's the Sky Kingdom above, and there's actually a whole fucking slew of shit going on underground. So you've essentially got, when you go to your map, you've essentially got 3 levels of places to go, and they've essentially managed to triple the size of the world in this game. And there's new mechanics, like obviously you can build stuff. You can build functioning machines, it's a really neat component. It takes up a lot of time. And so I haven't spent a whole lot of time doing it because I'm weird about, like, when Breath of the Wild came out, my first order of business was to go to every tower and activate the tower. Because in that game, you activate towers and it opens up a region on your map so you can see all of the landmarks and things. And, doing the towers has always been one of the biggest pains in the ass kind of game components, where they'll have the tower. It's always a different kind of puzzle, like how to get into the tower. It's not just walk up. Well, they have them in this again, and it's a different way, but each tower has... Some of them you can just walk up and activate, and some of them you have to go through stuff to get it done. And so I'm playing the game, and I'm thinking, you still can cook food. All the recipes and stuff are still in there. They've added a number of like different components, like cooking materials, new types of berries and fruits and things that you can, make into different elixirs or dishes that will make your attack power in cold weather better, for example, or something like that. And then it's got, you can of course, you can use one of your abilities. So when Link comes into the game, when you come into the game, Link's arm is severed, and it is replaced by an arm from an ancient sort of almost deity.
They missed a big opportunity to give him a chainsaw hand.
They really did. I mean, you could
You gotta
probably
build the
make
chainsaw
one.
with the mechanics.
Oh, maybe
you
you
could
just
probably
make the
make a
chainsaw.
chainsaw.
Get your dong flamethrower.
Yes.
There's plenty
Double
of
barrel.
Yeah.
Flamethrower.
But they have all these different things now that you can build, which are flying machines or cars. You know, they've got these mechanics now where you can put like fans on the back of a cart, and then you hit the fan, and it activates and it pushes the cart forward, and you could just jump off, and that fucking thing will just roll on until the power runs out. You know. And there's a component in there that's a rewind component. So like shit. At the beginning of the game, shit goes crazy and all bunch of manner of things from Hyrule just float up into the sky, and lots of things fall from the sky as a result, like blocks and bricks and big pieces of statue or whatever. And if you can run time back. So if you stand on one of those blocks and run time back, it takes you back up the way that it fell so that you can access things up there. It's kind of overwhelming.
Yeah.
And it's also, again, overwhelming it's an overwhelming amount of stuff that I've already done. In one form or fashion, this game is it is Breath of the Wild Part 2 in the most extreme degree. And they've just made more stuff to do. I do not see myself ever finishing this game because it's just... And it's a testament to Nintendo and their dedication to this franchise. It is massive. Breath of the Wild was big. It was huge. This is fucking massive. And it's way more complicated, and it's very, very time consuming because it's one of those things that's like if you want to play with the mechanics of the game, you do. You just kind of want to do and see what I can build and see what I can fuck around and do. And you'll mess around with that shit and then realize suddenly that 3 hours have passed and I haven't done shit.
Right.
Except for fuck with building this flying dingleberry. You know what I mean? It's just, and I'm not saying anything about it in a bad way. I'm saying that I played Breath of the Wild like it was my fucking job. I am not going to do that with this game. I'm past the point of being able to spend as much time with this as I did with that. So I'm going to keep playing it until I just don't want to anymore.
Yeah, I think that's a very healthy attitude to have about video games.
It's not going anywhere.
Yeah,
It's not.
true.
And I think
3 years from now, still play it.
I think one of the reasons that I got so fucking burned out on Breath of the Wild was because I didn't stop playing it for months.
Yeah.
It was all I did, and I loved it, and I got really good at it, and I got really powerful, and I beat it twice.
Damn.
But it's a lot. It's a lot, and that is the sort of attitude that I had when I fired this thing up. I was like, I felt almost like I was starting Breath of the Wild over, only it's 3 times bigger, you know?
Yeah,
so
that's
just
not daunting at all.
It is. It's daunting. The graphics still look beautiful. The gameplay is still amazing. The craftsmanship that they've put into these games, especially this one is going to probably be the peak of their achievement with regards to the franchise. There have been better Zelda games. I'm not going to say these are the best ever Zelda games, but they're the most comprehensive and they're the most engaging. And they're really great. And their ability to squeeze something like this into a system like the Nintendo Switch, which is going on how old now? I mean, it's an older system.
Yeah.
And
It's the crowning achievement kind of
it really
swan
is.
song.
I feel like this is Nintendo's Switch's swan song. But I don't know. I mean, why bother coming out with more systems if you're still making money off of the ones you have, you know?
I think they're I think they're probably. I've heard a rumor that they want to do something else, mainly because of all the security leaks that they've had.
Yeah,
and how
yeah.
like the hardware being compromised in the first gen.
Yeah, eventually you have to give it up.
Right.
Eventually you have to talk about what you're doing because people are going to find out.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, and I think what I predict, and I don't know the industry as well as some, but I think my prediction is going to be that whatever they come out with next will be Nintendo level amazing. But I don't think they're going to stop making the Switch. I don't know that the next thing they do is going to be Switch 2.0 or Switch whatever, I don't think it's going to be another version of the Switch. I think it may be I can't imagine it not being portable, and I think it's going to have Switch-like qualities to it, but I think it's going to be something else that's different enough to distinguish it from the Switch. And I don't just mean performance-wise, I mean functionality-wise. But I don't think they'll stop making the Switch because I think people are going to keep buying them. Hell, I've bought 3 of the damn things in its lifetime.
They could come out with a console and still have the NES Game Boy dynamic of this is our mobile and this is our console.
Well, and they'll if they do something like that, they'll have it to where the Switch will work directly with the new console. And I don't know. I could be wrong, but I feel like that's probably where Nintendo's going with this because the Switch is still. I will go to Walmart. I go to Walmart every week for groceries, and I will literally watch their stock of Switches be filled up one week, and by the next week, they're all gone. Someone's buying them.
Are these Switch lights or are these?
It's light. It's OLED. It's standard.
Yeah,
it's all. They carry all 3 models, and they will have them stocked, and then within a week to 2 weeks, everything they have in stock is gone again. So someone's buying the fucking thing.
Oh, yeah, for sure. No doubt.
I don't know. It's just, I don't see Nintendo giving up on that one. But I think, to what you said, Dave, I think something's going to be coming soon because they can't drag it out forever.
Right.
They can keep making this, but if they don't make something new soon, they're gonna be they're already 2 generations behind Xbox and PlayStation.
I think that they're just out of that. You know what I mean? Where it's just like they don't try to keep up with any of that.
Nintendo does its own
they just
thing.
do their own thing.
Yeah.
And I think that's wise because they've got all these franchises that like Microsoft really doesn't have, if you think about it.
No, they really don't.
Sony also kind of really doesn't have. I mean, it's like God of War, okay. But I mean, it's like Nintendo knows they can sell Mario games. They know they can sell Zelda games. They can sell Kirby games. I mean, they've got like
Nintendo could continue to do business and drop every other non-Nintendo product and probably still be successful. Where they could make systems that don't play games like Overwatch or
it's like they do now essentially. I mean, I know you can, but I mean,
it is.
and but right, functionally they do that.
But I don't use my Nintendo Switch to play those games.
Right.
I use my Nintendo Switch to play Nintendo games.
Right.
Which is fine because there's a shit ton of them and it's an awesome setup.
And the indie stuff, like it's really nice to play that stuff
like
on there.
the indie stuff that comes out for Switch. That's because a lot of times that's designed for that platform. And
where it's nice to play it handheld.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, the other video game thing I was going to mention, Mortal Kombat 1.
Yeah.
Big trailer dropped for that today.
Yeah. I haven't watched it. I heard it dropped, and I've heard things about it.
I watched the trailer, and Gage sent me the link to the trailer, and I watched it, and I shit you not, it was a cinematic trailer, but I thought it was for a movie. It looked so real. I literally took me like 30 seconds into the trailer to realize, oh shit, this is for a game. This isn't a movie. This is for a fucking game. Because it looks really fucking good. And it's like, how the fuck does Warner Brothers Midway keep making me think that I love Mortal Kombat enough to play it again? I'm gonna probably play it
What's the
because I
last
love
one?
it.
What's the last one that you played?
11.
Oh, you played. So you played 11. So you're. I mean,
I'm
you're
current. I don't have any DLC for it or any of that. And I played it for about 2 weeks after it came out, and I got really intimidated and got tired of getting my ass handed to me online, and I don't want to get good, so I just stopped playing it.
That's pretty much my sort of all fighting games.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I'll play this.
But Mortal Kombat 1, I'm in. I'm going to play it because I think it looks amazing, and I don't care. If I spend $60, $70 for the game and I get a week or two out of it and I give up again, I don't care because I'm supporting a franchise that I have loved since I was
it's Mortal
very
Kombat.
young.
You don't have to make excuses.
Yeah.
It's-
Also, 2 weeks is pretty damn good, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It can be.
for
depending on the
for
game.
a fighting game. Yeah, it's not
So-
bad.
I feel like I've talked this whole episode, so somebody else say something, please.
I got a little bit drunk last time I was here, so I don't remember if
And
I
then you got
talked.
sober.
Yeah. It's cool how that worked out, right? So I don't remember if I talked about. Did I talk about Renfield?
No.
I know you talked about Renfield.
yeah.
At one point.
Did you see
I watched
Renfield?
it.
Did you like it?
I did. I
Yeah.
really liked it. It was definitely not. It wasn't exactly what I expected. It was definitely more comedic.
It's a comedy.
and it was gory as fuck.
Yeah.
But I really liked it. I thought it was really good. I enjoyed. I thought Nick Cage did a really good job in it, and the Nicholas Holt, I think is his name. Like he did a really good job. It was a
Beast.
good.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
is
exactly.
he in that? Okay.
Yeah, good movie. I liked it.
Kelsey Grammer.
And then yeah, he's my beast. Yeah, that's. But I also watched a movie called The Covenant, which is like a war movie. It's like an action movie, but it's directed by Guy Ritchie.
Oh, okay.
So it's a little different. Like it's definitely like
How old is this?
It just came out.
It's new.
Like
Okay.
fairly new. Yeah,
I like Guy Ritchie.
It's got
So his movies.
Good
Jake
to see that he's
Gyllenhaal.
still doing stuff.
Yeah,
For sure.
It's
Madonna
got,
didn't ruin him.
No.
it's got Jake Gyllenhaal as the main character, and I think his name is Dar Salim is the other main character. It's a really good movie. It's not like an unrealistic war movie either. Like there is action for sure, but the story's really good, and it's kind of about him and a U.S. Special Forces soldier and the interpreter from his unit over in Afghanistan in roughly like 2017. So it's like the war was kind of winding down, and like the U.S. government, does fucked up shit, like promise the interpreters that if you work with us, we'll give you citizenship, and then like hang them out to dry later. And he was just like, anyway, it's a good story. Really liked it. It definitely had it didn't feel like a normal action movie because of
It also
Guy Ritchie
doesn't
directing.
seem like it's a normal Guy Ritchie
Well, I was
movie
just going to
either.
ask
No,
that same
no.
question. Does it at least feel like a Guy Ritchie movie? Because his movies to me have a very distinct.
It did not.
feeling.
It did not feel like a Guy Ritchie movie, but because it was a Guy Ritchie movie, it also didn't feel like a standard action movie either.
We
You know
got
what I'm
Bullet
saying?
Train, which I know wasn't Guy Ritchie, but like,
I need to watch that. Still.
holy
My
shit,
God.
I know.
you
You're
would
the
dig
one-
it the most,
You're the
Dude,
one
man.
that told me
Train
that. I'm,
is so
I'm gonna.
fucking
It's
good.
fucking. I'm gonna watch it.
But
I'm gonna watch
Bullet
He's
it.
going to watch
Train-
it
I'd
right now. John, we're
forgotten,
stopping the
please. Yeah,
show.
I
Look,
had
I'll watch it right now with
forgotten
you.
I will too.
That's a great movie.
It is so fucking
and that's
good.
got I don't know anything about the production of that movie, but it's got like Guy Ritchie influence.
Oh, it
like
does.
watching
It
it's like,
feels
man,
like
this
a Guy
feels like a
Ritchie
Guy
movie.
Ritchie movie.
Yeah.
Okay, I wrote it in my notes, so I won't forget about it, like I have previously. Yeah, that was a good movie, and yeah, just Sisu was the other one that I watched.
I really wanna see
I
that.
really, really liked. Yeah, but yeah, that's like pretty much it. I've just done that and worked and dealt with kid stuff. So
Tyler,
Beat Mario 2 Warpless on stream.
hell yeah!
Oh, yeah.
hell yeah.
So levels and bosses I've never seen before. In my opinion, that is By far the hardest classic Mario.
Does
I
it-
sat there and played 2, 3, and 4. Struggled way more on 2 than the others. Way more. Like, I think it was way more difficult.
So does playing a game like this, playing this game warpless and like just all the way through, does it make it feel like a new game to you?
Oh, yeah, I mean, there are levels that were a new game.
Yeah,
Like,
that just
there was a boss I'd never heard of, I'd never seen, I'd never heard anybody talk about. This crab that throws rocks.
Yeah.
Never, because in the cartoon, you had the flame guy, you had Mouser, you had the 3-headed snake. Never saw the crab.
Triclyde.
Yeah, Triclyde. Thank you. I've never saw the crab monster. Never heard anybody talk about the crab monster. Crab monster fucking sucked.
You're like, so how old is that game? Like 20 years old, something like that.
Older than that.
It's like more
More
like
than that? Okay.
30 or
30.
so.
Okay, so like you're playing this 30-year-old game, and you're like, "What the fuck is this?"
If you'll see,
Like,
that's what I
that
do in
doesn't-
stream.
that
No one's ever
doesn't
talking about the
happen.
crab battle. No one.
And in Doki Doki Panic, if you think that is hard, in Doki Doki Panic to beat it, you had to beat each stage with each character.
Because, man,
Yeah.
Toad.
That's fucked.
Yeah, everyone sucks but Toad.
What?
Peach's floating is a crutch.
yeah.
Otherwise, she sucks.
Oh,
I think
man.
Mario and Luigi suck. Toad's the only one I had any fun with. And I
Wow.
can actually do it with.
Wow.
Because, man, it's so to be able to be fast and maneuverable and pick shit up
Mm-hmm.
really quickly. Like, I couldn't do it with anybody else.
I like Toad, but man, I think Peach is a lot of fun. I think Luigi's a lot of fun.
Peach is
It's
usually
always-
my go-to for anything involved with she's in it.
Luigi
because
just felt
she's
like
an
I was
option.
sliding around on
Yeah.
ice.
Oh,
and
yeah, for
grease,
sure.
Just constantly couldn't do it.
Yeah. But I think that's one of the fun things about Mario too is that each character feels differently.
Oh, totally.
So it's
100% different.
essentially 4 platformers in one.
Yeah.
Because
You
the
can
way the
beat it
characters
4 different
control
ways,
differently.
essentially. Yeah.
And it's great in Mario too because I mean if you want to you can be like if you know the stages and stuff it's like you know who the optimal character is for each stage kind of deal and so in that regard it kind of has a Mega Man feel to it where it's like what weapon do I use against a robot master. It's kind of like that but instead it's like what character do I use in this stage.
Yeah.
So.
I tried to avoid doing save states, but I had to for the crab boss and for 7-2 and Wart. Wart wasn't hard. It was just like that level was strenuous.
Getting to Wart.
Yeah.
Hey, you're preaching to the
I
choir,
only did
baby.
it
I'm
the 2 times.
all about my save states. I don't give a fuck about purism.
If I wasn't streaming it, then I'd save state constantly. But just because I was streaming it, I was trying to play it more straight.
If you were a child and had unlimited time to throw at it, yeah.
Yeah.
you
But it was that's
how I played
it. I did really enjoy it. Because I played 2, 3, and 4 all warpless straight through. So
Damn.
it was fun. I enjoyed it. But so now that I've ordered a Super Nintendo and Super Punch Out and got my upscaler from Chris and then the capture card from Zal, so my plan will be to do Super Punch Out on original hardware. Trying to,
Hell yeah.
I'd like to speed
Hell
run
yeah.
that. So I want to start training up for that. In the meantime, I'll probably play Mega Man X.
Can I dress up as coach and
Yes.
we do like a little montage of you training?
Running around.
Yeah. Put you in a green tracksuit and just
Or pink tracksuit.
It depends
pink.
how
Pink.
much you're going to dress up as coach.
yeah, only the clothes.
Okay.
Only the clothes.
I mean, look, I don't have anything to say about it, but I'll let you guys figure that out. But
I'm not going full costume.
not going to go Tropic Thunder.
Nope.
Yeah.
I was going to say it, and I didn't know how to say it properly. Thank you for
You're welcome.
saying it a very tactful way.
We got a package over here. Speaking of Chris Vaughn.
What?
Got a nice little package from Chris Vaughn over here.
What's in it?
John, don't touch that. It's not for you. I'm
Could be
teasing.
anything.
It's totally, you're
You want to
here.
open it or you want me to open it? What do you want? You got it?
You suffer as well. Or benefit.
All right, here's a letter. Booty do or booty do not. There is no booty try. Gentlemen, enjoy the goodies. Splinter Cell Chaos Theory Prima Guide to train up your espionage and stealth. Ghost in the Shell 1 and 2 and manga from Dark Horse.
Ooh, Dark
Nice.
Horse
Retro
manga.
scalers for Tyler. Inside that box, there are a couple of bonus items because wars are not won alone. I haven't opened that box yet. But be careful, assholes. They turn back their backs on you in their own personal interest. In order to continue ninja training, I entrust with you a D24, 8D4 for greater refreshment, Ninja Gaiden 2, Electric Boogaloo, and Wilford Brimley Battle. Archived combat lessons from the best NES format.
Tyler's having a stroke.
You just said a bunch of words.
Yeah.
Just
It's like I understood all of those words.
outside of it, but not in the context that he was saying them.
Lastly, if the training fails you, pull a card from the deck of mini surprises and pray. So let's see here. A very thick boy here. The Splinter Cell Ghost Theory
Damn.
Prima Guide.
That is a
Nice.
fucking book.
I ordered the guidebook for Zelda.
I saw you post that on Discord. Yeah.
I am not ashamed.
No, don't be.
Ghost in the Shell manga.
Nice.
Can I see that?
I knew you would. More Ghost in the Shell manga.
These ladies don't look like they wearing any clothes.
Retro Max. I guess this is
What?
I don't know to turn this on.
A little portable.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, it looks kind of like a Game Boy, right?
Oh, 101 in 1. Mario 3, Adventure Island 2, Angry Birds.
Oh, my grandson would die.
I've
for
seen
that.
this was in a YouTube video that I saw where
Yeah.
somebody reviewed a bunch of
Mario Brothers
weird
6.
handhelds.
Mario Brothers 9, Tom Jerry,
Yep.
Turtles 1, Tiny Toon 3, Crazy Castle. Oh, yeah. This will be good. Angry Bird 3. Oh, yeah, this is a lot of shit.
I think Mario 9, I'm not positive, but I think Mario 9 might just be Yoshi's Cookie.
So
Makes sense.
is that where the Wilford Brimley thing? Was that a game on there?
No, here is Wilford Brimley.
Is it?
It's an NES cartridge.
Is the
NES
boss a
looks like-
diabetes? Is it?
I guess it's a Wilford Brimley hack of River City Ransom.
Oh, fucking
Oh, that's
nice.
amazing.
Let me see that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is great.
Here's a D&D D20 dice holder with a D22 in it,
Oh, shit.
What?
and then a bunch of D4.
Speaking of my grandson, he knows how to text now.
Ninja Gaiden 2, The Dark Sword of Chaos.
Never played that one.
And then it looks like the Deck of Surprises.
Deck of surprises.
New York City.
New York City.
The Deck of Surprises. Add flavor, drama, and a bit of comedy to your campaign with the Deck of Surprises. These original magic items and effects can be doled out by the DM as treasure, drawn at random to determine magical effect, or given to the players that like to use the Deck of Many Things. The Deck of Surprises is compatible with D&D 5e and made for all levels of play, featuring 105 new magical items and effects.
So we should each draw a card right now.
Yep.
That's a big deck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's a Girth Brooks.
Man. I knew you had such a big deck.
Came out of that box
You-
real easy, though. I
you
don't know if you
knew.
noticed that.
Don't lie.
I made sure you knew, John.
Don't lie, John.
Stretch that box out.
I can't.
So here's a magic item for Kenny that he
This is-
discovers in the
This is my
downtime.
good hand too. I can't.
My strong hand.
It's my strong hand. I drew imposter syndrome. You are
That's
now
fun.
crippled with an unjustified sense of inadequacy. This is actually right.
Oh, shit.
We're passing on my actual traits to Kenny. You are now crippled with an unjustified sense of inadequacy. You have disadvantage on any rolls made using your highest stat. This curse can be removed
Gross.
with remove curse, greater restoration, or similar magic.
Oh, we got you.
I was about to say,
Lim does that right
Lim's
now.
Got you.
Take that.
Go for it, John.
Let's give it to
You
John.
pull.
You can let Dave pull.
Lim, inability to cure Kenny of any effect.
Identity crisis. I already had one of those. I'm going back to
drew
Warlock.
right too, didn't you?
Whenever you touch another humanoid, your physical appearance transforms into an exact duplicate of theirs. I'm looking at you, Jill. Your clothing and anything you are carrying do not transform along with you. Your appearance does not change again until you touch another humanoid and instead take on their appearance. This effect can be removed by a remove curse spell. Why would you want to? Or greater restoration or similar magic. Yeah, that's not a curse. It's a blessing. Your mystique, essentially.
Yeah, sounds pretty awesome.
John, what'd you get?
It's also pretty cool. Webbed toes.
Yay!
Your feet triple in size with sturdy webbing appearing between your toes. Your speed increases by 10 feet, and your swim speed is now 50 feet.
All right.
Yeah, and there's no removing or anything. Apparently, you just have big
got big
fucking
feet.
webbed feet now.
Yeah.
You're now
So,
a
yeah.
hobbit.
Yeah,
With webbed
feet. Swims super good.
So something that happens to Scott O'Connor.
Scott.
I see dead people. A random fallen NPC spirit appears 10 feet from the target. Roll a d6. On an even roll, the spirit wants to help, perhaps by offering a solution to a puzzle, showing the location of a hidden door, etc. On an odd roll, the spirit wants to hinder the party by misleading them, leading them into an ambush, a trap. The spirit sticks around for 1 week. Have fun, DM. Okay.
All right.
We can use this.
Yeah, that's actually
I
pretty
feel
cool.
like throwing a little random chaos into a game.
This
There
will be
you
a
go.
fun little Naribo thing.
There you go.
Yeah, it would. That's perfect for Naribo.
All right, you guys want to do a draft? Do we want to take calls? Do we want to...
What do y'all want to do? We're about an hour in.
We're an hour in. Why don't you just take some calls?
I'm good with whatever.
Let's do the calls.
Okay.
Take a little short break.
Sure.
Do some calls.
Sounds good.
Stay tuned.
Many hours later.
Motherfucking that bog.
Vatbog.
I like that it got motherfucking right though.
If you're a single, elegant, classic calling crew pounder, oh, guys, what's up? I just had to replace my conquest. I had a busted whens. It's all blurry and all this stuff. I just got a new one, and I'm getting back into VR, so hard boys.
So hard, boys.
So
I'm a hardcore VR boy playing this game called Arc Actor. It's an isometric dungeon crawler JRPG, but when you go into the fights, it's all first person A combat, but it's turn based still, and you're like going to dodge. Dodge just a text. And if you're turning all your like catch the spell and bam, doing all this stuff. It's crazy. Probably the best game to play in VR so far. Off amazing. But hope you guys are doing well. Fuck, marry, kill.
Let's do all the calls like this. All calls where Ian reads the text. What would you call that? Summary? What is that? Transcript? Yeah. The Google auto transcript.
They're all bad.
Yeah.
They're all real bad.
Yeah. But hey,
entertaining.
I knew what you were talking about.
Right.
I didn't know the actual name of the game, but got
not
the gist of it.
Conquest.
His quest broke.
Quest broke.
Had
Okay.
an issue with his lens.
Well, we're back.
Welcome back.
And I'm going to play a call.
Okay.
Y'all ready to just jump right in?
yeah.
Yes.
Do some calls?
Yes.
Raw.
Raw
Raw
call.
dog me
We're raw
daddy.
dogging the raw calls. All raw calls.
welcome
That's
to
the name of the
Tadpog
show.
Raw
All raw
calls.
calls.
All raw calls.
Raw Julia
Julia calls.
Raw
Sasuke
parentheses calls.
Uchiha.
Julia.
Yeah, I'm going to do that, actually. Just for terrified Michelle, who is not the person that called right now.
What?
Motherfucking Tadpog. If you're a single, elegant, classic Holland crew founder.
What's up, Brew
Oh,
Pounder?
guys. What's up? I had to replace my Quest. I had a busted lens. It was all blurry and all this stuff. I just got a new one. And I'm getting back into VR so hard. Oh, boys. I'm a hardcore VR boy. Playing this game called Arc Actor. It's an isometric dungeon crawler JRPG, but then when you go into the fights, it's all first-person combat, but it's turn-based still, and you're all like, I'm gonna dodge, gotta dodge this attack, and then it's your turn, and you're all like, cast a spell, bam, bam, doing all this stuff. It's crazy. Probably the best game I've played in VR so far. It's amazing. But hope you guys are doing well. Fuck, marry, kill. Dachshunds, corgis, or chihuahuas, the classic tiny dogs. What's your preference of your little bitch dogs? You guys are great. Love you. Bye.
I can't bring myself to buy a VR headset.
Well, I was gonna say that when his broke and he bought a new one, that's probably when they were like considerably cheaper because they jacked the prices up
before they went up in price. This was January 6, 2022.
So I'm trying to remember when those went up.
It was last
year, but I don't think it had happened yet.
It hadn't happened yet because I think Gage got his. He got his right before they went up.
Because I mean, when they were cheap, I would have been in the same boat, especially when I didn't have the issues that I'm having with it now, which I think are like router issues, and it's kind of where it's like, I'm not gonna fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where it's like, I could probably fix this, but it's gonna involve calling the cable company, and you know what I mean? And it's like, and they're not gonna give a shit that the LAN is, having an issue. They can be like, you transfer files? Yeah, okay, fuck off. And it's like, and I don't want to go down the road of owning my own hardware again because
it's a pain in the ass.
It's a pain in the ass.
You can still get into your Comcast modem and make minor changes like port forwards and stuff that usually used to have to do it for Xbox and stuff, but yeah, I get it.
I think it's a range issue is the problem.
Gotcha.
And it's it's one of those where it's like, so it seems like if I want to fix the problem, we have to buy new hardware. And it's like, I used to do that. I used to own my own hardware. And then what would happen is I'd have to buy new hardware when they would change the spec. And so it's
Actually,
like, okay,
what I did though is I went to Comcast. I just took my old modem and walked into Xfinity and said, give me the best modem that you have. Give me all the eggs and bacon you have. And I want it right now. And they did. They gave me a really good one, but it didn't cost anything. So that might be your answer. Just upgrade your hardware. They won't charge you to do that.
Well, this is supposed to be the best. That's why we got it.
Gotcha.
And it's not, as it turns out. Well, what the thing is, it's like, I mean, it has helped our up and down.
Yeah.
But the range on it is like
That's side to side.
Well,
side to side. It's no good.
so you've got like the best modem, right? But it's also doing your wireless.
I have done no research on this, but yes, to answer your question, it's also doing
Does
the
it
wireless.
look like a miniature Xbox? Like,
yes.
Yeah. Is it white or black?
It is in Henry's closet, so I'm not positive. I can't remember what color it is.
Okay, so there's your range problem solved. Take the thing out of his closet.
Because when I was having the issue initially, I was like, well, if I move this to another room, is it going to work? And I moved it to a central room, and I was like, no, it didn't.
If
work.
the color of the device is black, there's another level up you can go.
I think it is black, but I'm not positive.
The one they have now is white, and
Okay.
it's fucking amazing.
Okay.
Mine is, we upgraded to that, and it's been fucking flawless.
I'll check, and
Knock
if
wood.
it's not the white one, I'll bring it to the
definitely.
office.
Is there a screen porch door between you and the modem? Because my dad was pretty convinced that was what was why.
Yeah, you had a Faraday
There
cage
was.
going.
There was actually, come to think of it.
There you go.
I would kill the Chihuahua.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kill
Marry
the
that
Chihuahua.
corgi. Fuck that dog.
Marry the corgi. Fuck the Dawson. Yeah, that's where I'm landing.
I don't like wiener dogs. I think they're awful. So I'd kill it. We had one for a while, and it was like, we got to get rid of this dog. We need to find a home for this dog that is driving us fucking crazy because it's so aggressive and neurotic. And it's like, I've been around Chihuahuas and I know that they're the same way, but this was on a different level. I mean, this was like, what's wrong with this dog? Like, is there a factory reset on this dog? Because it is fucked, man. I mean, it would like, we would go to sleep and then it would in the middle of the night get under the covers and then like start biting our feet. And like not in a like let's play kind of way, like in a fuck these fucking feet, I hate these fucking feet. And like it's like, okay, you live in another room now. And then we had that dog for 2 weeks, and it was like, we're getting rid of this, right? Yes, we are. Okay, great. So we found a home for that dog. I like Chihuahuas. Okay. I mean,
under the right circumstances, they can be good dogs.
Yeah, I like Chihuahuas. Okay, I've met some really nice Chihuahuas that have that. They still have that Chihuahua trait that we all are probably familiar with.
Taco Bell.
Yo quiero.
So I guess I'll fuck the Chihuahua, and I'll marry the Corgi because I mean,
obviously,
the disparity between Corgi and the other two is pretty stark, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Corgi's not a little bitch dog. Corgi is like a full-sized dog on short legs. Like that's it. It's like or like a medium-sized dog. Yeah, exactly. It's like a medium-sized. I mean, it's like, they're sheep dogs, aren't they? Or like they're herding dogs. Like, they're not like the other two, which are like small little bitch dogs. And I can say that because I own 2 little bitch dogs. So,
what do you own?
They're Cavapoos.
Cavapoos.
So they're half King Charles Cavalier Spaniel and half miniature poodle.
Okay.
And one of them
hates me.
Well, they're great.
Really? I say, holy shit,
they're great dogs.
Alchemy to combine those two?
It's a lot of words to say.
I know, right? Like, it sounds like a really bougie fucking dog, but it's not. Like, it's totally not. One of them is super cute. The other one, and they're supposedly both from the same parents. The other one looks nothing like the other one. Like,
the other one is a Chihuahua.
It's funny.
A Doberman Pinscher.
One of them has lot. One of them came out with a lot of miniature poodles, so it's got curly hair and it's a little smaller, and the other one has a lot more spaniel in it. You know, like. It's bigger and the fur is not, and like one of them doesn't shed at all and the other one sheds like a motherfucker. So it's so weird that they're both technically the same breed of dog, you know? But yeah, like, and one of them's fairly smart and the other one is not quite so smart.
Which one is the one that I met that hated me?
He hates, it was probably Rocky.
I think it was Rocky.
He hates everyone at first, but he always does, like, until he knows you, he barks like a motherfucker, but it takes him all of about 5 minutes typically to get over that shit.
Get up in there and get some loving.
Exactly.
That's what I wanted to do, is give him some love.
He just, man.
He wasn't having it.
Yeah, he's like real standoffish at first. Like, I got to protect the house,
sure,
you know?
Sure.
And but then he's like, yeah,
I don't care about protecting the house.
Yeah, he's a big baby. He's a big baby as soon as he gets to know you.
Is the other one named Pocky? Please tell me you own Rocky and Pocky.
No, it's Daisy, and I feel like I missed because I'm a big Rocky fan. Plus, we thought it would be funny to name a little dog like a big brutish dog's name. But Adrian, yeah, we missed the opportunity to have Rocky and Adrian, but we have Rocky and Daisy. I'm not sure
that way when you got to call her in.
Adrian.
So Adrian and Stella, so you get it both ways.
There you go.
I'm going to go the same way as Dave. I'm going to marry the Corgi. Although I don't have a lot of experience with Corgis, I know things about them. I know that they're generally very good dogs. I'm going to fuck the Chihuahua and kill the Dachshund. And because I don't have anything against Dachshunds as a whole, but apparently when I was born, my parents had a Dachshund named Nissa that they had for a couple of years, and Nissa fucking hated me when I came along. She saw me as a fucking threat to her
took all the attention.
Life. And they had to get rid of her. Actually, no, I take that back. She apparently attacked me multiple times as an infant. And then I think they were planning on giving her away, and I think she got hit in the road and got killed. But yeah, Nissa hated me, so I guess I'm going to have to do that with the Dachshund.
I mean, I think they're bred to like hunt weasels and shit,
Yeah,
right?
they're
So I mean,
little aggressive little fuckers, and they can be sweet, but a lot of times they're not. Like my dogs, we were talking about Doberman Pinschers. I've got 2 dogs. One is Penny, who I've talked about. She's half lab, half beagle.
she's real sweet.
She's adorable dog.
Howls this thing.
She's legal.
She's so cute.
All legal.
Flaps her ears back and sticks her nose up in the air and howls. And my other little one was technically Gage's dog, but she started coming over when Cohen was. It's like Cohen's dog, so she's just she's our dog now.
Pixel.
Little Pixel. She is
She's sweet too.
Miniature terrier / Doberman.
Really?
So she's got the Doberman stance and the black. You know, Gage got her at the pound on Friday the 13th. They always have a sale on black dogs, and if you buy a black dog on Friday the 13th from our local animal shelter, it's $13.
Okay.
So I call Pixel our discount Doberman. Half the Doberman for half the price. She's a sweetie. She's just a sweet, sweet dog. Very timid too.
Mm-hmm.
But Dave, you met Pixel too, didn't you?
Yep. Yeah, I like Pixel. Pixel was kind of hot and cold because
She's weird.
Pixel would be like, "I smell your dog. You seem okay," and then I'd pet Pixel. And she'd be okay, and then I'd start talking to you, and she'd leave. I'd start talking to you, and she'd leave, and then like. It was like 5 seconds later, she'd come back around to me and like look at me like, "Can I trust this guy?"
Yeah,
you know?
she's weird
and it
like
just
that.
kind of went back and forth like that.
Well, and plus, apparently, I guess from what we understand, I don't know what the situation is. I guess whoever had her, she's only a few years old, but I guess whatever home she started off in was not a very dog friendly home, and I think she was abused. So she still gets. You know, if you raise your voice to her at all, she gets fucking down on the ground and like acts like she's about to get beat.
Yeah.
You know, so, but
I got fucking no dukes.
got nothing.
If I were to take Brew Pounder's call, run it through Audacity, and increase the speed and the pitch, it sounded just like a terrified Michelle call. You know, you dodge, you fight. You know, it's awesome. I'm totally into this.
Maybe when I edit the show, I'll do that to that section. See what happens.
But thank you, Brew Pounder. We love you too.
Got another call. Looks like it's from Brew Pounder. January 9th, 2022 at 3 o'clock.
I hope it starts out. You know what? Actually, fuck that game.
Here we go.
Motherfucking TADPOG. It's single Oregon honk brew pounder. So I'm a VR boy now, and I got my parents a Oculus Quest 2, right? And my mom tries it on. She's doing the whole thing. She's like, "Oh my God, it's so amazing. I'm like going everywhere. I went to New York. I saw the lions. I did all this stuff. It's so awesome." And I'm sitting there. I'm like, "That's great, Mom. I'm really glad you like it." And she goes to me. She goes, "Brew pounder." It's not my name, but she goes, "Brew pounder."
We know it's not your name, but we also all believe that your mother probably does call you Brew.
God, I hope so.
I do too.
Can I see pornography on this thing? And I was like, "Oh yeah, Mom." I was like, "You get pornography on it." I was like, please don't pay for it. Please don't pay for it." But I thought that was really funny. I wanted to share that. So, fuck, marry, kill.
I just want to give big props for Brew Pounder coaching his mom on, the ins and outs of VR porn.
Brew Pounder
don't pay for it. Let me give you some good sites. Here's some good recommends I've got.
Brew Pounder has a very different relationship with his parents than I think I do.
Well, yeah. I mean, if my mom asked, I would tell her, but she would never ask.
Yeah, exactly.
And also, it's like
here's my subreddits.
I wouldn't give her those. She's definitely not into what I'm into.
You don't know where you got it. Maybe.
Listen, my mother is no longer with us, and if there's an afterlife and she's looking over me, she knows my subreddits, and she is very disappointed.
Same, girl, same.
Sorry, Mom. Not sorry.
Well, it's like the question about can you watch VR porn? It's like, well, that's like kind of everyone's reason for owning this. We just got to play games too to like justify owning it.
During the recharge period. We play
The
games.
refractory period.
I never have, because my quest is actually my son's quest, and I'm just like way too afraid that like something's gonna
you
get
have
left
to link
on
that
there.
with
Yeah,
a Facebook
you know.
account, don't you?
Yeah, I think you do. So yeah, no,
Not
I
anymore.
can't
You don't
take
have
that,
to.
you
chance.
don't?
With
Yeah,
it, so.
but you still have to provide credentials. It's
Right.
just not
And
a,
plus,
not a meta.
a friend of ours, a mutual friend of ours, was telling me about the first time he'd ever watched porn on the Quest, and like it was so funny because he's just like, man, I watched some porn on the Quest, and dude, it was crazy. It was amazing. Like he's telling me in like hushed tones, real quietly, like
Yeah.
And
I'm
this
trying
is
to
a
figure
guy,
out who this is.
This is a guy that normally does not give a fuck about saying anything to anybody. So I knew it.
I know who it
yeah, you
is.
know who it is. So like I was
I
really
think I know who it is,
surprised by
too.
this. I was really
You've met him.
surprised
Based on what I just heard.
that he was like being all like hush hush about it, you know. And he was just like, man, I felt like I was there. He was like, it was like so real that like I felt bad. Like I felt like I had like cheated on, you know. And I was like,
I don't know if it feels that real.
damn, man. Like,
Did you get the attachments and shit?
Yeah, but mainly because like my experience with it has been like, oh, this is cool. I can look at this plant and this photo. Like, you know, I look around the room because it's like I don't normally get to do this.
I would have done that too.
And then it's like, oh yeah, this is happening too.
I haven't seen any VR porn. I haven't done that because I'm not using my son's Oculus for that because I'm sure he does. But yeah, I would be doing the same thing. Like, yeah, this room looks cool. Or
It's like
this is like a set, man. That's a fake plan over there. I know it is.
I feel like Tarantino in that meme where it's like when you wake up first at your friend's house at a sleepover kind of deal, and it's just like him like looking at walls and shit like in the house. That's like me watching VR porn.
Well, my experience was different from yours, John, in that like I'm sitting in a room playing Fallout. McElwain of Super Metroid walks in. Hey, put this on. Okay. It looks like she's sucking your dick, doesn't it? That's pretty cool. Give back.
Because actually, that was her sucking my dick. I was just wanting you to see.
I just want to share dicks with you for a minute.
I wanted it to feel like she was sucking my dick, only it was on you. Now give it back.
I got to punish her.
We have a fuck, marry, kill from Brewpad.
Okay.
Well, skee ball, whack-a-mole, or that punching bag game where you punch the punching bag and it tells you how hard you punch.
Oh shit.
Love you, bye.
All right, I'm going to jump on this one
Okay.
first. I'm going to marry skee ball.
I knew that. I knew that much.
Fucking love skee ball.
Oh, yeah.
I wish I had my own skee ball machine. I hate whack-a-mole, but I will fuck it because I'm killing that punching bag.
Yeah, train your dick.
I hate that thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that how?
That's
That's why I keep getting thrown out of Chuck E. Cheese. I just don't like whack-a-mole. It's boring to me. Skee ball takes a lot of skill, a lot of finesse. You can get good at it. I don't think you can get good at whack-a-mole. And then the punching bag thing, that's just toxic masculinity embodied. I'm also, I punch like a little baby girl, so it's no point in me even having that in my life, so I'm going to kill it. Dave?
I like whack-a-mole. I like skee ball too, though. I've never done the punching bag thing. I think I've really only seen that once. And I think I was like not even tall enough to hit the bag when I saw it. So I'll kill that. I think I'm going to fuck skee ball. I do like it, but there's something about whack-a-mole that's just fun for me.
Okay.
And I agree with you that it's like I feel like there's way more skill involved in skee ball, and I think when I think about it, like the longevity is in skee ball.
You know what my favorite part
really
of skee ball is? The sound the balls make when they're coming down the chute after you put your coin in.
And they clack together.
Clacking,
Yeah.
really
And
satisfying.
it's different than like pool balls coming through.
Yeah,
a pool
'cause they're
machine,
wooden.
They're wooden balls.
Yeah.
They sound
And
different.
they've got that chute, and it's like, I don't know, the sound of the balls coming down and clacking against the thing really gets me. I love it.
I'll change my answer. I'll marry skee ball because there's longevity in skee ball.
Yeah.
And whack-a-mole is just kind of fun to do it once every now and then.
Right.
So, but I do like it. I mean, I like hitting things with a fucking like weird mallet.
Yeah.
Patreon.com/TADPOG. We want a skee ball machine. Start sending us money.
I'm going the same way as Ian, but for like a little bit different reasons. Like skee ball is just so much goddamn fun. I really like skee ball a lot. Always have. So I'm definitely going to marry that. I'm going to fuck whack-a-mole just because it's the only other option from the boxing thing. The reason I'm going to kill the boxing thing has nothing to do with the thing like boxing. I love boxing. I've always watched boxing. I like to box. I like to hit
Boxing Day is your
bags.
favorite holiday.
Yeah, I like to hit punching bags and stuff. I have a punching bag. It's not. It's fucking lame though. It's lame because it's like one fucking punch.
It's one punch
You
man.
literally like you put the money in or credits or whatever, and then you just rear back and hit that bitch as hard as you can, and then you're done.
Does it
Like,
not
that's
give
it.
you like
It's
multiple
fucking lame.
tries? Is it just one hit per
Man,
credit?
the only time I've done it, it was just like one punch.
See,
Now,
that's
maybe
what you call a money
dude, yeah,
laundering,
and I get it
yeah.
because they want multiple people to come up and compare to see who can hit it the hardest and
Right.
everything. And I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever. Yeah, it's just it's
Well, then
just
you-
so
yeah.
short it barely like even is a game.
And you
So-
invariably have the ones that do it for fun, and then the ones
and the
who
ones
have
that
something
take
to
it like
fucking
real
prove.
fucking
Yeah.
seriously. Yeah.
Like that guy that stands there like Seabass and Dumb and Dumber and like leans against the machine waiting for people to come fuck
Yeah.
with his numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not that I know anything about that. Tyler.
I am the outlier because I am marrying that punching machine.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I love that. The one I played is
Now, is
three
it
punches.
is it one?
you
Are we working under the context of having one of your very own that
Yeah.
you can just punch any time?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking about. Because I
okay.
know
That's
Melissa
a
and I
little
had
different.
a
I was thinking
fucking
about-
great time drunk at Cody Ugly in Nashville playing on that machine.
That sounded like a
Fucking
country
charging
music
it
lyrics,
and-
didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna marry that. I'm gonna fuck skee ball. I love skee ball too. Whack-a-mole's okay. So yeah, I'll kill my whack-a-mole.
Yeah, I could take it or leave it. Either way, I'm just marrying skee ball, and then I'm going to be faithful to skee ball. So I'm not going to do any of those other things.
So I can't believe that my favorite wasn't in there, and that is the cannon where you fire tennis balls at stand-up clowns.
Yeah.
That is
Weird
the
sock
fucking
clowns.
best. Yeah,
The
because
wo-
every
this
time
is-
as a kid,
yeah.
it's like, oh, it's like I'm in the Millennium Falcon. Because that's how that cannon feels. It feels like the quad cannon like looks.
You just
And-
needed someone standing behind you saying, "Great shot, kid!
Right,
Don't
exactly.
get cocky."
Yes.
Yeah.
And then there's also the hoops, of course.
We've got a hoops out there.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
the
They're
in the
Yeah,
studio.
I like the
The
hoop
main-
thing.
That is
Those
a
are
fun
fun.
game,
Those are fun.
especially the ones where you're on a timer,
Right.
like it's the Dave and Buster's or something,
Yeah.
and you just trying to just sink one. You get in that zone,
Yeah.
and you can't miss, and that feels so fucking good. That is an excellent.
The rims
example.
on those things are made out of like the highest quality, most hardened steel ever. Like they're unbelievably unforgiving.
Yeah,
like,
they'll straight
if you
send the
miss
ball
by
back at
even
you.
It's
the
vibranium.
slightest
It just-
amount,
it's
it's just
right
like
back. Yeah.
it's gone. Like there's no like coming off the rim
It's
and getting
swish.
it. Yeah,
Swish or
yeah,
nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It is nothing but net. If there is even the tiniest bit of rim involved, that ball is out.
Yeah.
Like
All right, we've got another call.
Okay.
Motherfucking Pad Hog Backlog Man should be here again. It's the first line.
that sounded like Boomhauer.
Motherfucking Pad Hog Backlog Man should be here again. And as I begin my probably fourth or fifth listen to the entire TADPOG catalog, I'm gonna start realizing there's some things out. See, I started reading it like it was gonna make sense.
Like it was a real yeah.
There's some things out used to do a lot that I kind of miss now. I mean, the show's great now, and okay, here we go. I'm gonna play this call.
All right.
I don't know who it's from.
Sounds like we're taking a complaint
Dane.
from Backlog Manager
Yeah.
Dave.
Dane.
Motherfucking Tadpog.
Yep.
Backlog Manager Day here again.
Hello.
And as I begin my probably fourth or fifth listen to the entire TADPOG catalog,
Jesus
I'm starting to realize there's some things y'all used to do a lot that I kind of miss now. I mean, the show's great now and all, but there's just some classic things that I miss, like Tyler's wonderful, disgusting stories. I mean, latest episode you talked about.
Can you manufacture more of those, please? It would mean a lot today.
Yeah, they're finite, Dane. Fourth or fifth.
He's a praying man now. He can't be. He can't be fingering girls in the butt in the basement.
The old church place.
Yeah, I mean, that's gonna be a lot. Not enough rosaries in the fucking world.
I'm still stuck on this fourth or fifth and listen through, and this was
That's a lot.
January 11th, 2022. So it's probably gone through it a few more times since then. It's like, what do you just play it constantly at all times, Dane?
Like it's Guantanamo?
Yeah. Or Waco or something. Yeah. That's how they try. They could try to. Those people would have come out if you were blasted. Fine. We're good. Sorry. David's right behind me.
Call off the FBI. Everything's fine.
Okay. Dane continues.
Vomiting so hard that you shit on the floor, and that was great. I love it. Keep that energy. It was amazing.
That real vomit energy.
We talked so long that I forgot what he was talking about. And then we came in hard on vomit and shit.
That happened not too long ago. That happened last year where I vomited so hard I shit in the floor in the bathroom. Like,
the public restroom.
He said.
well,
I mean,
I did that at home.
Oh, I was thinking of the time you wiped. You had the accident in the gas station bathroom, right?
Gas station bathroom in the doctor's office that one time.
And that happened since this call. So Tyler's got you, Dane.
Well, it said, listen.
I vomit till I shit plenty.
You know?
Tyler, I'm going to need you to eat this gas station sushi. Report back next week. He says, I know it's kind of hard to make a bunch of new disgusting stories, but come on, dig deep. You have to have at least one you haven't told. Now, I'm going to pick back up at that point.
Okay.
And I know that it's kind of hard to make a bunch of new disgusting stories, but Tyler, come on, dig deep. You got to have at least one you haven't told. Something else I miss. Jacob York of Wolfang fame and TADPOG sweethearts Josh and Nicole Nance. They used to be on all the time. Guys, we miss you. Come back. Another person I miss. Exalted Lord Mike of Purdue calling in with a Would You Rather. Used to do it every week. Mike, if you're listening, come back. You're the king of it. Another thing I miss, hashtag more Miller. I know you had him on about a year ago.
When did we start the 20 million episode long Scott Pilgrim game?
I don't know when it started.
Before this or
like
after
August,
this?
September of 22.
Bro,
Okay.
you got all the Miller you can handle.
And
right at
you got all the Miller and all the Nicole
And
you can handle.
Nicole, yeah.
And then I wonder if he revisits that
Retroactive
later.
wish granted.
And the thing with Josh and Nicole is that they have two children.
Right. One of them can come. The other has to stay behind.
Or get a babysitter. And no one should get a babysitter to come on a podcast, especially this one.
And we sure as shit aren't paying for the babysitter, so we don't expect them to either.
Yeah. So we get one or the other, and typically it's Nicole.
Take what you can get, Dane.
And Jacob doesn't live here.
Suck it up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's-
Jacob, come
Jacob's
from
lived
fucking 9 hours away and be on the show frequently.
New York
please.
during COVID, just went back to Georgia. Jacob's been very far away.
All right, he continues.
Go. Bring Miller back. We want Silent Hill 2. You promised it. Get him to deliver.
He would do that.
He would.
We just forgot
And you know
about
what?
it.
No one else is going to say it. I'm going to say it.
Say it.
I miss 580. And 580, listen to me. I know you're listening. I know. And you know that I know. And I know that you know that I know. And you know that I know that you know that I know. That you know that I know that you know that I know. That you know that I know. All right? We know. All right? We know. And the last thing, I miss Wisdom Sage Ian. And as I say this, he's on every episode. But I'm saying this because by the time you listen to this, I'm afraid he's gone.
Nope.
Ian,
Still
if you're
here.
gone-
Permanent fixture.
I am now too important for them to get rid of me. Oh, good times. Thane continues.
Don, come back. Ian, if you're there, thank God. Thank God. And finally, this last thing I want to say, it's just for Cthulhu Chef. So guys, take off your headsets. You're not allowed to listen to this part, all right?
All right.
All right, you're still listening.
Mine's
I know
off.
you're trying to bullshit me, okay? All right. Okay?
No, they took
All
him
right,
off.
Jeff, it's just you and me.
John, you didn't say
I'm
John
not,
had
though.
to.
I'm not, because I don't
Jeff,
give
I
a
want
fuck.
you to know.
So
You're
I'm
a
going to
wonderful
listen.
person. You're a beautiful human being. And the world is brighter to have you in it.
They really did take their
Thank
shit off, though. So they
The
have
call
no idea
stopped,
what you
so I'm
said.
putting
the
my
call
headset.
over?
Yeah.
Just a couple more seconds. All right. Yeah.
No, it's
Okay.
over. Yeah.
So we did what you asked,
They took their headsets off.
and I am not going to listen back to this episode ever. I don't listen to the whole thing when I edit, so we'll never know.
It's a special message for everyone but us.
But everyone but us.
Well, and me, because I was too lazy to take
Well,
my headset off. So.
Yeah.
But that's all right. He didn't say anything about you leaving.
That's true, he didn't.
headset
You're
on.
a
No.
guest.
That's
you can,
right.
You can
I'm-
leave your shoes on when you're in the house and mom won't get mad at you.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But I can't do it
Man,
because I live
know.
here.
Yeah, I felt that. Like when you said that shit, I was like, wow, you tapped into my fucking
Yeah,
childhood.
you're a
little
guest.
bit there.
We got white carpet and
We
everything,
had
man.
white carpet. You're goddamn right we did.
We had almost white. It was like, it might as well be white. Mom, what are you doing?
Oh, yeah.
It was like, you know, that
Ours
eggshell.
ours
kind of
was
deal.
fucking-
I was like, okay.
Ours was fucking white.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the color of the walls and the
fucking-
ceiling. Yeah. It was
I can't
80s.
imagine. Keeping something like that clean. Dude, going back to corgis, sorry to do this, but I was
Yeah.
thinking about this, but didn't get it. I forgot about it when we were talking about it. Love corgis, but man, the downfall of corgis is definitely the shedding. So much fucking
Oh,
fur.
right, yeah.
So much fur, especially compared to a chihuahua or
Yeah.
a wiener dog. Okay, sorry.
We have another call
Okay.
from Dane.
Okay.
Here we go.
Motherfucking TADPOG. Backlog Banisher Dane here
High
again.
energy, Dane.
And
It is.
I've been thinking, you know, I did
Dangerous.
some extreme
Blinken.
fuck, marry, kill algebra questions,
Yes.
and it wasn't well received. Wasn't well received. You don't fuck with a good thing. All right.
Dane, buddy, it's kind of your MO. We applaud your creativity. We're just lazy. And I'm not that bright. So I can't always decipher what you're trying to say without listening to things 7 or 8 times or reading it over and over. And my problem, I don't want to disappoint you, man. I don't want to fall behind on your rules. If you set them up, you went to the trouble of doing it, I want to do it right. And frankly, I'm not that bright. So it's not on you, brother. It's okay. We
I, on the
appreciate
other
it.
hand, don't want to do it right.
Right. Dave is all about his chaos,
Yeah,
as
yeah,
he
you-
has been forever and ever.
That's fine. I mean,
That's-
you
No,
set
it
them.
is.
You
It's
set
fine.
them up, and I'll ignore them.
I'll walk right past it. All right. Sorry. Dane continues.
So I want to fuck with a better thing. All right. We're doing Dane's spin on Would You Rather. Now,
Okay.
before you get pissed, put down your paper. You don't need it
Okay, great.
because the Would You
Nope.
No, you're out. You're done. Fuck this
Sorry, I'm
shit.
pissed. I'm pissed.
Man.
Too late. I'm
Okay.
pissed.
Just shut that down.
Next call.
Fine. But I'm not going to participate.
Why don't you let Jeff do it, Dane? If Jeff is so special.
Can I interject with a quick question from one Brainy Jr. Because she's participating in a bracket and wants to know everyone's opinion. Who is prettier, Emma Watson or Keira Knightley?
Emma Watson.
That's a tough one for me because I find them both extremely attractive.
I gotta go Keira Knightley. You're the
I'm the tiebreaker.
well. I mean, what
with
if,
Tyler.
Where are
I
you
said
go?
Emma.
Yeah, Emma.
See, I'm with
so You
Emma.
got 3 Emmas. I'm the
3
only
Emmas
one.
and Akira,
Yeah.
but it's
I like-
it's close for me. It's close for me because I do think Keira Knightley is super hot.
It's close for me, too, because they're both like movie stars.
right.
You know what I mean? It's
British
oh, yeah.
movie
right.
stars.
And it's like you kind of
Right.
get to like a level where it's like, oh, this is so like unbelievable that it really, at this point, it's just like, it doesn't matter, right?
Right.
I mean, it's Because like I wouldn't be like, John, if you came to me and you were like, homie, you're not gonna believe this, but I kissed Keira Knightley. I wouldn't be like, and not Emma Watson.
I would. All right. Dane continues. I will stop pausing for a minute so we can hear what he has to say.
Would you rather part is simple. It's the trolley problem. And if you haven't watched The Good Place recently, I'm going to remind you what the trolley problem is.
So good.
Trolley heading down the tracks towards 3 or 5 people, and it's going to kill them. You can't warn them. You can't stop it. But what you can do is pull a lever, redivert the trolley, but it's guaranteed to kill one dude. All right? That's the setup. The ethical thing to do, kill the one guy, save the 5.
The sacrifice the one for the many is what he's saying.
Yeah.
But then his blood is on your hand. So that is the would you rather. But with this context. Here's the context, the subtext, gentlemen. On the tracks is every 3D Zelda ever made. And off on the one track, Link's Awakening. All right.
Fuck them
What would you
3D
do? You gotta think
Zeldas!
quick. And if either of you stops and goes, I don't know, you just killed all the 3D Zeldas.
I know.
So no hesitation. Knee jerk. All the 3D Zeldas or Link's Awakening. Go.
Link's Awakening.
I'm just gonna let that train roll into all those 3D Zeldas.
Yeah, because once again, he sets them up, you ignore them. What about you?
No, just because I don't like them.
Yeah, I know. you're ignoring the problem because you don't care.
I don't know much about Zelda. I've only played.
You hesitated, so the 3D Zeldas
they're all dead.
I think that's where I would probably go, just because I think Link's Awakening is probably maybe a little bit. When did that come out?
It's a Game Boy game, probably.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's going to be way more like the only Zelda.
Bar none, my favorite.
It's going to be way more like the only Zelda I ever played, which was the original Zelda. So I'm probably going to go with that.
Link's Awakening was a fantastic fucking game.
I've heard a lot.
I played
my favorite Zelda.
I played the one that they ported to Switch.
Okay.
Oddly enough, a 3D Zelda,
which was 3D. Well, it was still the same.
Yeah.
It was just better graphics.
2.5D.
2.5D. But I like all the 3D Zeldas that I played, except for that fucking one with the smiling moon that's crashing. Majora's Mask. But I liked them all.
My least, Spirit Tracks is my least favorite. Second behind that.
See, I'm not the guy to
Mask
make
is
this
rough.
decision because I just don't know fuck all about Zelda, really.
I don't really either, so it's okay.
See, his question also gets Breath of the Wild and now Tears of the Kingdom killed, and I don't think those should be murdered in favor of Link's Awakening. So that in and of itself is enough for me to pull the lever. So good question.
That's a good question. Or you could like jimmy the lever so that the train slides and takes them all out.
But it said all 3D or Link's Awakening. So really it's all 3D or all 2D because all the 2D still survive.
That's
so
true.
All 2D or all 3D. In which case, all 2D. No questions asked. Because I'm
to live.
Yeah.
I didn't get into the 3D Zeldas. Like, otherwise I might have a different opinion. Because like going back and playing like Zelda, like Majora's Mask and
Ocarina
of Time. Thank you.
Which that game changed my life.
That changed a lot of people's lives, but it wasn't an experience I had.
Right.
So, it's kind of one of those going back to it. We used to talk about this on the show, especially when we were talking about N64 games specifically. It's like, that was when all this 3D stuff on consoles was new. Mm-hmm. So it's like really, really, really hard to go back to, because it's like, there's it's just not pretty. It's not,
Right. But it was technologically amazing at the time.
Absolutely.
So you were marveled by it.
At the time, right. So that's one of those things where it's like, and obviously not much is great right out the gate. You got to get something out there and build up to it. But I feel like because I missed that when it was the fucking like mind-blowing experience that it should. It's lackluster.
You're right. That does matter. It does matter. And then they, when they came out with Wind Waker and it was cell shaded and it was so beautiful.
It's a pretty game.
And then they got into Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom with the cell shading hybrid. they still use the 3D modeling with the normal scale characters, not like the cartoonish, but it's still sort of cell shaded. I just think that it's come such a long way, but I definitely agree with you that Ocarina doesn't hit the same now as it did the first time I played through it, because obviously, and
it would be, you're right, it would be a shame to lose Breath of the Wild. I haven't played Tears of the Kingdom, but Breath of the Wild,
you have, just not in Tears of the Kingdom.
Just not in that form. And I like Breath of the Wild, but it's one of those things, it's because that's probably my favorite 3D Zelda, and comparing that against like 2D Zeldas, I feel like Breath of the Wild is fun, but I don't know, man. There's like and maybe it's because I was a kid when I played the 2D Zeldas. That might have a whole lot to do with it.
It could.
But it seems like those 2D Zeldas had a lot more whimsy to them, where they weren't as serious. Because like Breath of the Wild kind of feels serious.
It's dark and it's serious, and it's somewhat depressing. And yeah, they've definitely gone somewhere with that feeling, and they run with it. And the sort of negativity, the sort of feeling of overwhelmed and depressed and things like that are so pervasive, it almost sucks the joy out of it when you win. When you succeed, it's hard to... It's like it kind of makes sense as to why Link is so depressed. He always seems like just super right down the middle about everything. Like, just tell me where Zelda is. I don't know, man. I don't want to help you with your thing. Just tell me where she is so I can get on with this, man. I'm like 50 and I'm so fucking tired.
I'm too old for this shit. There's like when you were describing Tears of the Kingdom, and I don't know when this happened because I didn't finish Breath of the Wild, but like when you talk about Link's arm being gone, it's like I didn't say anything at the time, but I thought, wow. You know what I mean? Like that's some like... Yeah, he's amputated. Link.
Yep, happens right out of the gate in this game.
Kind of fucked up.
And also he reacts to it like you might expect Link to react to it, which is like, huh?
Come on.
Come on. Yeah, it's like that. But yeah, and it's dark. It's so good. It's like it's almost too good, right? I don't know how to explain it. And I know people hearing me talking about
over his head.
Huh?
Does he hold his cut up arm over his head?
No, it doesn't get back up. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
Could this arm be any more synthetic?
It's not that it gets like lopped off. It gets sort of disintegrated through evil magic. But then a good thing comes along.
It'll probably come back.
He ain't gonna want it back because his new arm's badass.
Now I can't make cars and
He's got that iRobot arm.
No. Stay away from me. I don't need that.
Why'd you cut off my hand?
But I know people are hearing me talk about it, and my energy's really low today, so that's why I sound sort of half blasé about everything. But I mean,
Link style.
Yeah, I am Link style tonight. It's a fantastic fucking game. It's mind-blowingly good. It's just too much. I just can't take it. I don't know.
Much.
It's three darts. It's too much. Anyway, sorry. I didn't mean to get off.
So it's like a new listener in our show. This sounds pretty good. How many episodes? 700? No, that's just too much.
713.
Yeah, 713.
713.
Right?
Still there.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I'm not over that hump yet.
I don't 713 C D.
It'll be D.
713 D. Rolling.
Nah, I'm not even keeping track now. I thought I was gonna keep track. It's like, nope. I don't care.
It'll just happen when it happens.
Someday we'll say we have, 1,012 episodes. It's really probably going to be 1,025, but we won't know for sure.
And the beauty of it is, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't fucking matter. I picked up on that real quick because I was thinking about naming the file name like 713 A, B, C, D, E, whatever.
Sure.
And then I just thought to myself, who gives a fuck? And I decided not to. So until I lose track of it,
Cheers.
Here we go.
Cheers.
All right. We've got another call, this time not from Dane. Are we ready?
What? Yeah.
I know who it's from because I'm reading the transcript.
Terrified Michelle.
Not Terrified Michelle.
Okay.
Oh, really? Man, I had my money on Terrified Michelle.
Unless it's Terrified Michelle saying that there's someone else.
Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
January 15th, 2022, 6:14 a.m.
Damn.
Early.
Moaning.
Hello, guys. It is Nate from Utah. First-time caller,
Yo.
long-time listener.
What up,
Welcome
Nate?
back.
I just had a food hot take that I was thinking of that I don't think most people would agree with, but I actually would prefer a hamburger the next day cold over pizza the next day cold. Like a good hamburger, not like McDonald's shit, but like you go out to just hamburgers looks like a decent place around you guys, but you go out somewhere like that, the next day you have like half of it left, eat that shit. Better than pizza the next day, in my opinion. Do you guys have any hot food takes? Love you guys.
Love you too, Nate.
Love you too, Nate. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with eating a leftover cheeseburger, but it has to be from a place like, and it ain't going to be just hamburgers.
No, I was gonna say, man, don't
That
eat it.
shit
Don't
is
eat it just
awful
hamburgers.
the next
Hamburger
day.
the day after.
I've tried it. It's terrible.
Don't do it. They're great. It's like it's great when you get it.
Now, if you go someplace like Applebee's or Fridays or something and get a great big, you
Right.
know, big sit-down restaurant
Third
cheeseburger.
pound cheeseburger, yeah.
That is definitely worth.
On like sourdough
But
bread.
Before I do it, before I put it in the fridge, all the like, if there's lettuce, tomato, and all that on it, that's coming off. Because I don't want that slimy veggie shit all over my burger the next day.
Yeah, it's good when it's fresh. It's not good after it's sat in the fridge all night.
And I don't like cold pizza anyway, so I'm
Same.
down with
I'll
with
eat
a
it.
cold cheeseburger.
But I don't
anytime.
like it. Like I'm not going to intentionally let the pizza get cold. I will almost always heat pizza and cheeseburgers / hamburgers up.
Same.
I'll heat a pizza up because I got 6 minutes.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right,
Like
right.
6 minutes of work.
Oh no, I'm
and
just
it's
throwing
not
that
even
shit in the microwave. It's
Oh,
not
I
taking me
ain't doing
fucking
that.
30 seconds.
No,
Now the
I ain't
air
doing
fryer
that.
just about changed the game though.
It's got to
'cause
go in the oven.
I'll throw
I
that
do the
shit.
air fryer.
I'll throw
Oven's
that
nice,
shit in the
too.
air fryer for like 3 minutes, and it's like perfect. Like, maybe even better.
My air fryer is round, so it's hard to fit a good sized slice of pizza in it without it like curling up and
on the edges.
on the edges. So I just throw it in the oven. We've got a convection oven, like a oven that does almost like air frying.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. No,
essentially
those
the
are
same
good.
damn
Pop
thing,
it in
right?
there
Yeah.
and hit the button, and it's done in a couple minutes. So
For me, the amount of work going into that is worth the payoff.
Yeah.
But I mean, cold pizza's fine too.
I don't hate it. I just
don't-
don't seek it out.
I think it works better than a cold hamburger because, especially if the pizza's got a bunch of stuff on it, because it kind of works to me where it's like, oh, this flavors just kind of drain into each other, and you kind of get, I wouldn't say a better pizza, but it's interesting.
a totally different flavor profile when it's cold than when it's hot.
Sure.
So I could see someone enjoying that part of the experience, but for me, it's not for me.
I'll disassemble a sandwich. I know what you're talking about
Oh, fuck yeah.
with the lettuce and tomato and
Fuck
stuff.
yeah.
I will disassemble a sandwich, put that shit like lettuce, tomato, you go in a Ziploc bag, zip it up.
You're gonna do the McDLT approach
Yep.
with it.
Keep the hot, keep the cold cold.
right.
You bet your
Right.
ass.
Yeah.
And then I throw that shit separately in the fridge so that the next day for lunch I can just be like, all right, I left my bread out, got my meat, put that in there, put this
I
in
would
here.
like a McDLT. They have all the ingredients in there. They can. It's just not on the menu. They can make a McDLT.
I remember the container that those came in would just blew my mind.
Yeah.
It was like whenever Little Caesars had the double pizza container that was like a long pizza container with two pizzas in it and then a paper that covered it or whatever. I was like, man, that's good packaging. When the McDLT came out, boy, that thing was cool as hell. Double-sided styrofoam, and it was bright white.
Yeah.
It's like, damn.
I'm not gonna lie,
It
man.
was like some Apple level fast food packaging.
Yeah, it was. It was a joy to put your hamburger together.
I'm not gonna lie, I miss some fucking styrofoam real bad.
Me too. That paper gets so soggy.
That's how old that I am. Where I'm like nostalgic about. Man, I remember when I know it's bad, but
it's real bad for the environment. It's super good at keeping your fucking hamburger hot, though.
God, I know it. I know it.
Turns out it's a real good insulator.
So that's Dave's food hot take is we miss styrofoam.
Yeah, that's about the best I can do.
No,
I'm not willing to ruin the environment for it or anything, but I do miss it.
I mean, I can just say shit like I like Peeps because that seems to be like a thing where like 50% of the people are like, fuck that, you know.
I don't really have a hot take as far as food goes.
I know I do. I just can't.
It's
probably
produce
somewhere,
one.
but yeah.
Tyler, do you have a hot food take?
I gross my family out the amount of food that I prefer cold that they cannot wrap their heads around.
What do you prefer?
I have straight up just ordered a pizza, gotten it, and put it right in the fridge. I'll come back to it.
Yikes, man.
Do you eat Italian food cold? I don't mean pizza. I mean like spaghetti and Alfredo
I love
and shit.
spaghetti.
Oh,
the
man.
next day cold.
God damn it, sir.
Out of the stained red Tupperware. Just a fork.
Man.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Even the smell, I don't know why it is, but like the smell of cold spaghetti sauce just makes my fucking, oh God, it's so
I hate
terrible.
the smell of that, and I hate the
Melissa.
smell
She
of
gets mad
ranch
at me.
dressing. The smell of ranch dressing
tastes
makes
good.
me sick,
Do
but I
not smell
love
good.
to eat it. Tyler, I'm with your family on that one.
Oh, I know.
No.
But there is one pasta that I will eat cold,
Lasagna?
like a fettuccine Alfredo.
Yeah.
Okay, something
I
that's
will
creamy.
eat
I can
that
I
cold.
I could probably do that, but it's
spaghetti,
especially because it's like it gets the noodles for me like they're wet when they, you know what I mean? Like I don't like that. I don't like when the noodles are wet.
I don't like anything about it cold. Like I don't want the noodles to be cold. I want the sauce to be cold.
So when they get wet, and then, like the sauce won't even stick to them because, like, I guess the condensation or whatever that's caused from it being in the fridge
creates that moisture
I don't
barrier.
know, but yeah, they get all wet, and then
it's like so, John, when you had to go through the haunted house at the elementary school and you had to stick your hand in cold spaghetti. Did you just come apart? Like, no, it's cold spaghetti.
I didn't even probably realize that it was cold spaghetti, but yeah, I fucking. Ugh. Like almost any Italian food, like I looked at him and went lasagna, and he went yeah, and I'm like, dude,
I can eat cold lasagna.
Nah, not me.
Meatloaf on a sandwich.
Cold lasagna to me is like cold pizza.
Cold meatloaf's not bad.
No,
like I was just about to say, like I'll eat a meatball
different.
cold.
Meatloaf's different because, well, it's just different. It's
like a burger.
You know? Yeah, it'd be like a cold burger.
But that's the kind of burger. That's the kind of burger you were talking about earlier, right? Like the sit-down restaurant. Like it's a
patty, something that's not.
So it's
like,
cold. All those juices are still sealed inside, so it's still a good bite.
Right.
A thin leftover burger cold.
No,
it's
you don't
more
want that.
grease than meat at that point. It's like it looks like a glazed donut. With grease instead of sugar and meat instead of donut.
Mm-hmm. Well, when Nate said hot food take, I was like, do I have a take on hot food? I don't know. I like cold food so much better almost every way.
You're a Sub-Zero.
Yeah.
No, you got 100%.
it. He was our Scorpion.
Do you drink the milk after you finish a bowl of cereal?
Sometimes.
You dump it out.
Sometimes. It depends on the cereal.
It also grosses my family out because I will drink the milk and they think that it's horrible.
I do that too, though.
I literally.
I was like, you guys like to leave it by the sink till it turns to cheese. So
that's fucking gross. No.
That is gross.
That's just bad form.
A friend of mine had the idea a long time ago to make cereal milks, like because I thought just everybody drank the milk.
Oh yeah.
So they were like, yeah, man, wouldn't it be cool if you could just go buy some fucking Fruit Loops milk?
I would not do that.
You know,
that's a step. That's
too far. That's a bridge too far.
Yeah, it is.
I will drink.
It is.
I will
right out of the bowl. Is there something about it where it's like I did this?
I made this.
Right. But like buying it, I don't know. That just seems
you wouldn't
like
buy Honey Grams milk or anything.
No, listen,
God,
they practically.
shitting me?
Wow.
No.
Well, they practically do make that though.
I know
in the
they
form
do
of
now.
Creamer.
Oh,
You can buy
okay.
fucking coffee creamer that's Fruity Pebbles flavored.
That's
Why would I want to
Like,
put that in
ice
my
cream
coffee
comes from.
though?
But does it have the
Like-
pulp? Does it have the Fruity Pebble pulp? You know what I mean? That's what bothers me about it. Where it's like, if I buy this off the shelf, how long's that
God,
fucking
it
Fruit Loop
does-
pulp been
I
floating
don't
around
think
that
it's
motherfucker?
No, I think it's just the flavor. It's
That's
just the flavor
okay,
of
that
cereal.
changes it a
no,
little
does,
bit.
No. There's no matter, but
Because when you
there's
drink
no
it-
particulate
when you
in
drink it right
You're
out of the
right,
bowl,
you're right,
you're
yeah.
getting the
I'm just saying,
Give me the
his
chunkies.
his thing was
Open
just
wide
right?
his thing was just like the flavor of the milk.
Okay, this might
you
be
know,
714. Nate, you might have given us 714.
like Honey Nut Cheerios, just the milk. Like there's not really any particulate in the Honey Nut Cheerios milk, unless you take a really long time to eat it. You know.
See, here's the thing though. For
There's
me,
dust.
when I make a bowl of cereal, I actually portion the milk to where I get a good balance, and I don't have very much milk
I
left
also
to
do that. I
Right.
don't have much left. That's
So-
why I don't mind drinking.
Yeah, I
Well,
know
we do
people
like
that like just
Jacob.
dump half a gallon of milk into one bowl of cereal and keep adding cereal.
Or
to
you're
it.
one of those.
That's what Jacob does. He'll milk first and then add
No.
cereal till it's all gone.
No,
I don't like milk first.
milk first is wrong.
I don't like milk
Sorry.
You
first.
got to pour it over the
I love you.
cereal.
Because it's got to be a little wet on top.
Yeah.
I will make a bowl of cereal and then let it sit there for 2 or 3 minutes. I like a little bit of sog.
No, I don't do that either.
Depending
Might depend
on
on
the
the cereal.
cereal in question, I also enjoy a
Honey
little
bunches
bit
of oats I
sog.
can eat immediately because that gets sog like right
Captain
there.
Crunch,
Crunch, you
is
could let
the
sit for a
one,
bit.
the
Yeah.
one that
Yeah,
I
you need
would
to
let
let
That's a
sit.
safety.
I
OSHA
don't.
says you have to let it sit.
No, you're wrong. I still don't. I should because that shit is like literal fucking rocks and glass.
Try
It's
eating-
so good. It's so
Not Captain
good.
Crunch unless you taste copper.
Yeah,
off the
it's got-
bottom
yeah,
of the
yeah.
roof of your mouth. It's
Yeah,
not.
it's gotta hurt. Like
Try eating Captain Crunch with a giant fucking bump in the roof of your
oh
mouth.
god,
Good
oh.
It sucks. I hate it because of that.
Jesus.
It stabs the roof of my mouth. I'm like, this is too much pain. I can't do this.
And I saw a
fuck
TikTok
up
that
some
reminded me of
Captain
you and
Crunch
had
right
me
now, though.
concerned for you.
Oh no.
So Grover, I think it was Grover Cleveland,
Uh-oh.
had
The Muppet?
an early had a secret surgery because he had this hard thing in the top of his mouth
Uh-oh.
that turned
Giggity.
out to be mouth cancer. So he had to
Oh,
have
fuck.
in a secret surgery on a ship out in the middle of the ocean, so no one found out about because he was up for re-election. Takes that out, takes like a ton of his jaw out, replaces it all with rubber, shit like that because it was cancer. It made me think, well, Ian has that thing. What if Ian got that form of cancer? How would he even know because of the thing on the roof of his mouth?
Yeah, if it got bigger, I guess. This has been I've had this my whole life. I mentioned it before. I thought it was normal.
were cancer,
I thought
you'd be-
everyone had that.
If it were cancer, you'd be dead long ago. So
Yeah,
probably safe
exactly.
to assume it's
Well,
not.
it's not
No,
cancer,
he's
but
saying
it could cover
if
up
it
cancer.
could hide it, but it's just bone. So if it got bigger, I would worry. It hasn't changed ever. I mean, it's grown with
It
me.
stopped.
but-
It stopped growing when your bones stopped.
Yeah, yeah. But it sucks. Captain Crunch
yeah.
is a fucking non sequitur for me. I can't eat
man.
it because of the damage.
You
It
can't
does
even
to
do
the roof of
the
my mouth.
oops all berries, right? Like
If it's round, it's easier.
It's not as
but
bad.
the pointy, and so I do. If I eat it, I have to let it
oh
soak.
yeah, you can cut a mother.
It hurts
with
so
Captain
fucking
Crunch, man. That shit, them corners.
Stabbing your roof of your mouth with a Dorito times 10.
Okay.
Like little bitty tiny Doritos stabbing the roof of your mouth, and it happens real easy because the roof of your mouth is so close to your tongue. It sucks.
Yeah, that does.
Fucking Captain Crunch.
Sorry.
I love it so much, and I can't eat it because I just cannot deal with the pain.
You should. You should like have your dentist make some sort of like custom mouth roof guard that you can just pop in and then eat the Captain Crunch and then take it out.
Like Captain Crunch
Be like
guard.
impervious to it.
It's a good idea. Like make it out of silicone or something.
What if it's a spray? Like a temporary thing where it's like you can like spray it in there and be
Yeah.
like, all right, I'm good for one bowl of Captain Crunch.
hurry. Give me the milk. Give me the milk.
It's like my mom was like very lactose intolerant, but she would still, like, even though it made her sick, she would like dose up beforehand and eat one bowl of ice cream.
Yeah.
Like every now and then, you know, it's like she'd have to take that shit like 6 hours ahead of it, but just so she could have like that one bowl of ice cream.
The links we will go to for ice cream because it is fucking worth it.
I can't tell you the last time that I made a bowl of cereal. I honestly can't.
Same. I haven't had any in a long time either.
This is how I eat cereal. Hey, can I have a bite of your cereal? Thank you. And that's it. That's how I am. That's how I eat cereal now.
You get what you need from that one bite.
Yep.
I'm a cereal addict, man. I had 2.5 bowls of Life cereal cinnamon Life cereal this morning. I would make myself fucking sick on cereal.
I can do that too, but the milk is starting to bother me again.
And there's so many different kinds of cereal too. Like, and I like most of them. You know, like I can eat some real mundane shit like Crispix or corn Chex.
Oh, dude, I do like some fucking Crispix.
Crispix is the shit. Crispix
I do like
is
some Crispix.
Literally one of those things where it's like better than the sum of its parts because like you can have corn and you can have rice, but when they're together, they're just better.
And Crispix is like, you got to have milk. Like, that's some cereal. Some cereal, it's like, this is good dry. But Crispix, I'm like, every time I have Crispix dry, and it's like, man, I just fucking put some milk in this.
Crispix is like custom fucking designed to take
Hold
as
it.
much of the milk with it as possible.
It's a vessel.
It is.
It's a brilliant design.
But yeah, I like, you know, like kind of more boring cereals like that. And I like the real sweet stuff too, man. I like them all. Like,
I like it. It's just.
What was that one weird monster cereal that?
Fruit Brute.
Fruit Brute. Yeah, I might
almost
not like
Monster
that.
Energy cereal.
Oh, I don't know if I'd like that. That might be.
You wouldn't.
Turn milk to Monster.
I almost made an EDM mix of Dave saying Fruit Brute repeatedly over hardcore electronic music.
Please do that.
No, I did it, and then I played it back, and I was like, nah, fuck this, and I deleted it. It's gone. I'm not doing it
the
again.
world of that.
But I wanted everyone to know that I did it and that they can never hear it. Next call. Next call is local.
Local.
From the 270.
Okay.
It must be the hot milfs in our area.
One can only hope.
Here we go. No transcription, so it's a mystery. January 17th, 2022 at 9:03 a.m.
It's a secret to everyone.
Hello, TADPOG. Your new message is not as fun as the other one. I need motherfucking TADPOG back. Hello, this is Taryn.
Hi, Taryn.
Hey. You're all doing well. Hope everyone is healthy.
We're playing this call because you demanded us play calls.
Opening with a complaint, I see. Okay.
Yep. As usual.
Alrighty.
Must be Taryn time.
That's how you know it's Taryn. Yeah.
All right. She continues.
You all have sparked a very weird memory in my head, and it's about the Kentucky Oaks Mall McDonald's.
Yeah, that's with the fans. We were talking about the paddle.
We were
the paddle fans.
Just having a discussion. John and I were just talking about this McDonald's with a coworker the other day, explaining because this person is a lot younger than we are, a lot younger, and they were like, there was a McDonald's in the mall. I'm like,
my
fuck
God.
yeah! We talked about the fans. We talked about the little tin ashtrays, the back room where you could pretty much get away with anything.
The fans that did nothing too, like that.
Oh,
they
yeah,
were
they
like
were
so slow, and they moved like just side to side.
I remember
they were purely ornamental.
I remember saying on the show
That you knew someone who had this fan.
I know I have the company that owns our local McDonald's is one of our clients at our job.
That's where they are?
Well, I don't know.
Okay.
What I said I was going to do was ask someone there about
If they
them,
knew.
if
Okay,
they still had them, and I keep forgetting. But I'm going to
You
try
need
to
to
remember.
do that. Yeah.
Penny, I'm calling you.
Gotta get
I
those
know
fans
she's
in here.
listening.
We gotta.
Your dog?
Gotta get those fans in
Whenever I call and talk to her,
I'm up here, just slowly moving back and forth.
I'll be like, "Hey, it's Ian from so and so," and she's like, "Oh, hey, baby." So she'll tell me if they still have.
If they got the fans, she'll
All right,
give up the
Taryn
fans.
continues.
They moved very slowly, and they did not fan anything.
You're right.
No
Gotta keep the hot
no
food hot.
But I remember that very well because when I would go in the mall with like my mom or my Grammy or anything like that, that was always a treat, right? If we could stop at McDonald's on the way out. And I remember it very well, but the actual memory that popped up was, and you might know this.
I will know this because I basically lived in that mall. Come at me.
There was a man that sat in that McDonald's every day, and they called him Bird Dog.
I know Bird Dog.
He sat, like, if you were heading back towards the bathrooms and the smoking section, he sat at that first table. And he was very friendly. He was an older man.
Yep.
Very friendly with kids, and he'd make very funny noises, like, meh, meh.
Yes. Yes. Taryn, you have unlocked a memory I had forgotten about. I do remember Bird Dog.
Give you little treats and stuff, and now that I look back on it, it may have been a little creepy.
He was harmless.
But I also don't think he meant any harm either. He was just sitting at home drinking his coffee.
Yep.
And they said he was a mall walker, like he would do his walks, and then he started McDonald's pretty much like this. But what a memory you guys brought back. Like, I can smell that McDonald's, if that makes sense.
Same.
Yep. Smells like McDonald's and cigarettes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It really did. It was McDonald's and cigarettes. Yeah. And I fucking
100%.
loved it. I loved it in there.
Coffee, McDonald's, and cigarettes.
So essentially a Hardee's.
It was it was such a fire hazard because the way they had the dining room laid out, they never expected to have 5 lines, 10 people deep,
right?
That go out literally
through the dining
into
room,
the mall,
right.
And it cut through the center of the dining room.
Yeah, you split it in half.
And at lunch, I don't understand why they ever closed this thing down because
Dude, they were always busy.
Fucking slammed. When I worked at the mall for my dad's jewelry store, I would get there early, like to open the store. And 9 times out of 10, we would finish a good half hour before opening. And I'd go down to the McDonald's and they would open early so the mall employees could come in, get a little breakfast, get their coffee, whatever. And I loved going in there then because I had the place to myself. I could just sit and chill. But then come lunchtime, holy crap, it was loud. There was kids screaming and yelling and running around. Oh, man, that place was a zoo. It was cool, though. It was such a unique, it was the most unique McDonald's I've ever been in.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Taryn continues.
Smell the same, but I can smell that McDonald's. It had a very distinct scent of cigarette smoke and fryer oil and
it's like we're just on the same page with Taryn today. We got this. We're in simpatico. Must have been that time we spent together in Louisville.
Must have been.
I just wanted to end this with a question, and I hope to play this. And I missed y'all calls. I think they're really fun, and I think you guys discuss them.
You should write us a letter and tell us how much you missed the all calls and what you'd like us to do about it.
We might bring it back.
There it is.
Oh.
No, that's not it, but it's here somewhere.
A lot, and I hope to do more of them. But
there it is. Bring back the calls.
Kill McDonald's edition. And this is just some of my personal favorite items. It's like Mary Kill, a McNugget, an Oreo. What are they?
McFlurry.
McDonald's in so long, but I know they're good. Are they McFreeze? No, that's not it. McFlurry. Oreo McFlurry.
Got it in one.
And the French fries. So fuck, Mary Kill, McNuggets, Oreo McFlurry.
Ooh, girl. Shit. They're making it hard.
Marry the French fries. I feel like those can be good at any time.
Can we?
I'm going to fuck the McFlurry because wouldn't that be fun? And I'm going to kill the McNuggets because if they're not done right or they're even just a little bit just underdone.
She got cut off. I think fucking the McFlurry would be more fun for the people at this table than it would for her.
I don't know.
I don't know.
You don't know her, man. You
I don't know.
Maybe she likes cold food as much as I do, man.
Yeah, I also.
I'm in the same boat with Taryn. I would marry the fries, fuck the McFlurry, and kill that McNugget. Kill it dead.
Dude. She's right. She's right that when the McNuggets are not done right, They are really, really bad.
Same could be said about the fries.
True.
Yeah,
I mean, I've had some bad fries from
been bad
McDonald's.
ones.
You're right.
Yeah.
Where it's
But
like,
man,
these are
when those
fucking soggy
when those McNuggets are right, and they are often right, more often than not, they are different than any other chicken nuggets I've ever had, and they're so fucking good.
And now we're going to talk about sauce for 10
and
minutes.
their sauces. Oh my God, the
'Cause that's-
sauces!
You can't have the sauces make the McNuggets.
But the McNugget, like
They're
those
not-
McNuggets, are perfect.
It
though.
depends. It really does depend. Because like I've also had them before where it's like, oh, I can't eat these by themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like it when when they come out and it's like, oh fuck, I don't have to fuck with sauce if I don't want to. I'm gonna, but I don't have to.
I have the
don't want
option to.
Right. Yeah. That's always nice as opposed to gotta cover up this old grease taste with all this sauce, you know?
See, I don't know what it is. I can't eat them now, but John and I were having a discussion the other day. I've been around for a minute, and I've been around for the birth of a lot of things that people sort of take for granted, like Diet Coke. I remember when Diet Coke came out and what a big goddamn deal that was. I was around
Just for
when
the taste of it.
the Chicken McNuggets came out, and it was a massive fucking
No
deal.
shit.
Oh my God. You'd have thought the world was ending. And in my house, I hounded my parents just constantly. Every time we went out, I wanted McDonald's.
Yeah.
And I wanted them nuggies.
Chicken nuggies. yeah.
And I loved them. And I ate a lot of them.
How many sauces do they have at that point?
2 or 3.
I was about
It
to
was
say,
not
that
wasn't a lot,
Szechuan.
I mean, that came and went, and then thanks to Rick and Morty, it came back, and it was terrible anyway. I don't know, I don't get it, but the point being is that I ate a fuck ton of chicken McNuggets when I was a kid, and I think I maybe
Burnt
just
yourself out. Yeah.
like for life.
Yeah.
You know, like I bought a Happy Meal the other day. I was on my way here, and I stopped at McDonald's to get my dinner, and they had Guardians of the Galaxy as the Happy Meal. So I bought a Happy Meal so I could give Colin the toy. And I was like, fuck, it'd be like a biggie bag. I'll eat the nuggets.
Yeah.
And I ate them, and I was like, I can't do it. It's not that I have anything against the Chicken McNugget, but I personally just can't do them
You need to
anymore.
get some McDonald's hot mustard
The McDonald's hot mustard's very good.
and dip the McNuggets
Yeah.
in that hot mustard, or dip some fries in. Just dip anything. That hot mustard is so fucking
The hot mustard's good.
Gotta love
It's
it.
the McNuggets would at this point in my life be nothing more than a vehicle to get the sauce into my mouth.
I think that's what they are designed to be.
I agree.
I really do think they're designed.
I
to
only
be
dipped them in
that.
ketchup. When I was a kid, it was ketchup.
Well, and it's always 4 shapes: the bell, the boot, the bone, and the ball.
Right.
Yeah. And
So they're not random.
but I still Cohen gets them. You know, my kid had them. They're great. They're just not for me.
Where are you gonna land on that?
I can tell you I'm going to kill the McFlurry. I don't like McFlurries. I think they're awful.
Yeah, they're
I mean,
not
I've
good.
never had a McFlurry and been like, this is sure better than a Blizzard.
Never.
Okay.
Every time I eat one, every time I'm like, fuck, why did I get this? I should have just got a Blizzard. They're so much fucking better. What's with the spoon? Fuck this. It's, I'm not a robot. What the fuck? Am I supposed to drink out of it or something? It's like a big fucking square straw. What the fuck? Who, like, did the 70s run out of spoons and you bought these? Like, a fucking... What the fuck? Give me a fucking long red spoon, motherfucker. I hate McFlurries. They're the fucking worst. I hate them. Anyway.
So he's going to marry that.
God damn, fuck those motherfuckers. Although I guess if I had to choose one, I guess it would be the Oreo. The reason it really fucking pisses me off is because I remember the first time I got one, and they got like M&M McFlurry. And it's like cereal milk. It's just like, I guess these were M&Ms at some point, but they've been vaporized and then like spread. I like to feel like there are actual M&Ms in
So
there.
they melted a box
right.
of crayon into this ice cream.
Right. Instead of like the hint of an M&M. So those are fucking done. Kill those. I'm gonna fuck the nuggies. I'm gonna marry them fries. God.
Because when
damn.
they're done right,
Holy shit.
holy shit.
When they tell me to pull up, and I'm like, are we waiting on fries?
I hope you look at him like that when you say it,
we're waiting on
'cause
fries.
That was like, oh, I'm gonna fuck these fries up.
It's like
Is it
saying,
too late to make those a large?
you're gonna show me your tits? No. That's not what I want.
I don't.
want them hot fries.
I want the hot fries. I can find those online. I can't get the fries online.
Yeah, I'm going exactly where you're going. I'm not as passionate about hating the McFlurry though. I don't like it. I don't like. I like a McFlurry, but I am always thinking about how much better a Blizzard would be. Like it's a poor substitute for a Blizzard. If Blizzards didn't exist, I'd be like, yeah, McFlurries are good.
Shit,
McFlurries are great.
If Blizzards didn't exist,
yeah,
McDonald's would have invented the Blizzard. This was the McFlurry was McDonald's answer to the Blizzard.
Yeah, and it was not. Yeah, it's just not as good. So yeah, I'm
It's
gonna
like
kill
if
that.
you went into a Dairy Queen. If you went into a restaurant and you were like, "I'll have a Blizzard," and they'd be like, "Is a McFlurry okay?"
No, I'll have water. Water and a spoon, please.
A real one. None of this hollow square bullshit. I'm not
Give me that
Johnny
square
Five.
spoon.
Give me a person spoon.
What is this, a Lego? Get the fuck out of here.
But yeah, it's actually kind of a hard call, but I would still have to marry the fries and probably fuck the nuggets. The fries are excellent. That hot mustard and those fries. Oh
That hot mustard is good. Although I'm a fry purist, man.
Just sometimes I just want them straight, straight fries.
Almost always want them straight,
Really?
unless they are piping hot, and I've got
white
ketchup
hot molten potato
ready, cold ketchup. Like if I can put the motherfuckers in that cold, like.
You mean
I want steam to come out of the
McDLT
the
of French
fries in the ketchup.
It's the McDLT of French fries.
Right. Yes.
Tyler.
They have all the things.
I like a McFlurry, but they make me sick. Cannot eat one without getting sick. Same for their sweet tea. I can't drink their sweet tea. It's like
love that shit.
There's sweet tea.
Holy crap! That stuff is awful. It's awful.
I love
So I gotta kill a McFlurry just because they make me sick. Kenna had her first McFlurry this last week. Never had one. I gave her one.
Did she get sick?
No, she was all good.
Oh,
She
okay.
had the opposite reaction to you though. She made me go wash off and clean the spoon because she wanted to keep it. She thought it was so cool.
I'm not the target demographic for the spoons.
It's like, what is this? Oh my, Daddy, wash this off and keep it. This is my spoon now.
I get it. That's something Cohen would do for sure. Karen did call right back because she got cut off. So I'm gonna.
You don't want to know.
What,
about
what
I'm
about
sorry.
what about the Mary
You
and the
did it.
Fries?
You
You
didn't
just wanna know
answer.
who I'm killing.
I'm so sorry.
Send your bloodlust. So, for two reasons. One, economical. Two, most of the time when I go out for fast food, I get whatever 2, 4, 6 combo for 2 sandwiches and skip fries entirely. One, just it's cheaper, fills me up the same amount, and I do get kind of burnt out on fries. I like them. McDonald's fries I think are great, but I get tired of them.
Well, and plus
Either,
it's
like
so
halfway
easy.
through them, I get tired of them.
It's so
really?
easy to get a bad batch.
Yeah.
Like more often than not, the fries I get are either all the little pointy, crunchy Captain Crunch-esque fries.
I like those too.
I like those. I don't want all of them. Like
Again,
you're saying.
giant big thing in my mouth.
Sure.
But
I like the long, soggy boys. It's all right.
I'm with you on that. I do like.
I like the
those.
long ones, but I don't like them soggy. When I need my fries to be fucking taut and rigid.
I like the kind of little bit flexible fries, the real long ones.
Yeah, a
though,
skilled
like
farmer
the
could turn it back into a potato. Like it's,
I like my fry to almost crunch. You know?
Yeah.
I want it to be that crispy.
I
From McDonald's.
like them all. Like,
but I
just
love a
fucking love
McNugget.
McDonald's
Like
fries.
You're a fry
when they're
slut.
done right, I think they're the best. So I'm gonna marry a McNugget, fuck a fry, kill them.
I get it. It was close for me, man. It was close. I do like fucking McNuggets too. I like junk food. Like I like
I do too.
trash food.
Yeah.
And McDonald's is the fucking king of trash food. Like,
And they're still the cheapest compared to everything else.
They really are.
Go through that fucking
Wendy's,
app.
man, Wendy's be trying hard.
You gotta,
with that biggie
but you
bag,
gotta
though.
like. I know that's the thing with Wendy's
Everything
is you
but
gotta
the
go
biggie
in.
bag.
You
being
can't,
in,
yeah,
like,
you
right.
can't get anything else. Yeah, everything else is
Everything
like
else is
fucking sit down
fucking
restaurant
ludicrous.
expensive.
I'd like a $5 biggie bag and a Frosty. That'll be $18.95.
I don't want to tell you how much I spent at Popeyes yesterday. It was a lot. It was a lot of money for 3 people.
Yeah.
It was a lot.
It is.
And I knew it was going to be a lot when Nikki was like, "What do you want?" And it's like, fucking shitload of those expensive tenders. Because it's like, they're fucking crazy. Like I like the blackened naked tenders.
Oh, I might have to try those.
They're
Never had
they're
them.
great. They are not worth the money, but it's like, but they're not fried. And it was like, I didn't want anything fried.
I can't not get the spicy chicken sandwich at fucking Popeyes though. That's what I always get.
That's very good.
Damn it, I love that thing.
And then I was like, well, I guess a large fucking potato. And because their mashed potatoes are good. I know they're not real potatoes or whatever, but it's
Doesn't
like,
matter.
it don't matter. It's fucking tasty. We spent $50 fucking dollars. $50 at Popeyes for 3 of us. For 3 of us. And it was my fault. It was on me because Nikki was like, "What do you want?" And I was literally like, "A shitload of tenders." And she was like, "How much is that?" And I was like, "Just tell them a shitload and see what they do."
I want all the tenders you have.
Well,
I was fucking starving. And
I know what you heard was I want a lot of tenders.
So I want to make this absolutely clear.
I want all the tenders you have.
Naked, spicy, blackened tenders you have.
They're good. I like them. Not worth the money. They're not that good, but I like them.
Everything's so fucking expensive.
Man, it really is. Yeah.
I could do you one better. I went to Dairy Queen tonight because Tanya said she wanted some cheese curds. I bought a cheeseburger combo with a medium blizzard, a cheese curds, and a large blizzard for $27.
Jesus.
Yeah, Dairy Queen.
Those large blizzards.
The large
Dairy
blizzard
Queen.
is almost $10.
Yeah.
That's fucked up, man.
McFlurries look a little better, maybe.
Crazy.
It's
I don't know how
gone
much those
from
are.
being.
I got a blender at home.
It's gone from being.
$10 is. I will exert some effort to not spend $10.
Right.
You know, like I can make a lot of blizzards out of a fucking.
If that's what she wants, that's what she gets.
I mean, I
But-
get it. I understand.
But it's like it started like 3 years ago. They were $5 and I was complaining, and now it's almost doubled in price. It's like, God damn it. So yeah, it's awful. Don't eat out. All right, I'm going to play the rest.
I had a turkey sandwich for dinner today to make up for
That's
the $50
good.
Popeyes.
I do that too. We'll go out and eat, and it'll cost $50, and I'll be like, all right, we're eating at home for the next 3 days.
Right.
So that technically made that meal last for 3 days.
Yeah.
I had a
Yeah.
ham
Or I'll
sandwich
go buy the-
so I can have some McDonald's later.
Yeah.
Or I'll go buy the 2 pizzas from Sam's Club
Oh, yeah.
for $20. We eat
Motherfucking
on that
Sam's
for 3
Pizza.
days. Hell
Dude.
yeah.
Love the Sam's Pizza. But we also, when we order pizza, we're thinking ahead. Because it's like, okay, yeah, this will be lunch. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
lunch on that day.
It'll go a long way.
No, them Sam's pizzas are like 16 inches too. Like they are fucking big.
All right. The rest of Taryn's call is about 58 seconds.
Okay.
January 17th, 2022 at 9:06 a.m.
I got cut off. I didn't know I had talked that long already. Shocking. But yeah, I hope you guys are well. I'm sorry about your wreck. I hope you're great. I hope everyone is doing wonderful in this 2022.
Keep the mic near
When you
your face,
listen to this
please.
in 2023, I am calling January 17th, 2022. So let's when this gets played.
We know.
Anyway, loving this year. Would love to come and be on the show. And I'm looking forward to, if it happens, knock on wood, it should happen this year. I've got some fun ideas that I think your group and me, I hope as well, would enjoy at TADPOG Prom when you guys come back for the Arcade Expo. So we've got some cool stuff that we have got to go do while in kind of a COVID lockdown situation, and some stuff that's good for groups and things like that. So we'll discuss that with you guys later, but again, Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Okay, Taryn.
Someone was Lebowskiing her into the toilet.
Yeah.
while she was talking.
Gotta keep that phone off the side of your face. I'm gonna read the transcript for what it's worth.
For Google.
I got cut off. I didn't know I had talked that long already. Shocking. But yeah, I hope you guys are. I hope you're a great song you listened to this
I am.
2023. I am calling.
Mia God.
Just watched X the other night. Can you resend it to 2022 so and this gets played? Anyway, a good time to be on the shelf, and I'm looking to, if it happens, it happened, Mr. And I hope as well could enjoy it. Had talked prom when you guys come back for the Arcade Expo. So we've got, I'm not going to read the rest of that.
Quote, if it happens, it happened. Taryn Doll, 2022. New shirts available. TADPOG.com/shirts.
We are at about an hour and a half for this segment. You guys want to knock it off or keep going?
I'm down for whatever.
What do we want?
I got a super early morning in the morning, so
I'm going to call it.
Close it up,
fine with
then.
me. Yeah.
Let's call it. Thanks for calling, everybody.
Yes, thank you, Taryn.
Yeah, good person to end an all calls on.
Right.
It was good to see you.
Yeah. Thanks for listening, everybody. You can find the show on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, Spotify, not SoundCloud. That's right. I had a good run. We got all sorts of stuff going on, but most importantly, we have that Patreon.
Yes, we do. Bye. No, I'm seeing.
That's true.
Patreon.com/TADPOG or pisstasters.com if you prefer. You can donate money to the show. It helps a lot. We buy new equipment. We buy groceries. We buy things with the money you send.
$50 worth of Popeyes.
$50 worth of Popeyes.
I know where my split's going.
paying back that Popeyes deficit. But seriously, every little bit helps, and we are so appreciative of all of our donors. And we do have a list of folks that we refer to as our executive producers that donate $20 or more every single month to the show. We love you guys so much. So I'm going to read those names right now. Starting with Usurper Grimm, Cousin David Galino, Plinko Nick Price, Cubicle Monkey, Cthusiast Jeff Miners, Master Cycle Baron Kevin Link, Joseph Phillips, Gamebug Prime, Nathan Eaton, Matt Gentile, a.k.a. Gentle G, the ever-popular, always well-loved Princess Consuela Banana Hammock, Flavor Trick, Taryn Doll, congratulations on your marriage, Pinball, Airplane, Archmage, Chris Edler, I got it. I'm sorry you couldn't be on this episode. Platinum member Brett Miller, Sandwich Pope Phil Hawkins, Nate from Utah, first-time caller, he called tonight, Drinksmith, Joey Webster, Dick Dougie, and Derek Pope Sandwich. Thank you guys all so much.
You guys fucking rock.
Yeah, thank you.
It is amazing what you do for us, and we wouldn't be able to do the same kind of thing that we do every week without your help. Also, as always, thanks to the ever-perplexing, complicated, and mysterious Mr. Puzzles himself, Backlog Banisher Dane, for donating his time, his free time, every single week to put our show up on YouTube.
It's astounding.
Unbelievably generous of you, and we're eternally grateful for that. Thanks to the community in general. If you'd like to get in on the conversation, talk about the show, tell us that we suck at this, I don't care. We want to talk to you, and that would be bit.ly/TADPOG Discord. It's free. Come on in there. People have been talking to me this week, and it makes me feel loved. So bring it. And John is not on the Discord.
No, I'm not. I need to be, I know. But hey, if you give him $1, you're going to get to hear the episode, the Joe Dirt episode. And I mean, that's going to be worth a fucking $1. Like,
yeah, absolutely. We are going to be recording that content this weekend, and hopefully it'll be published soon. But maybe it'll even be published by the time you hear this. I don't know. But you won't know unless you donate. So again,
and if you want to hear those gross Tyler stories,
they're all out there.
That's where you go to get them.
That's right.
The grossest one is on the Patreon.
It really
yes,
is.
it is.
Patreon.com/tadpog or pisstasters.com. Once again, spread the word. Tell people you know about the show, even if they're coworkers of yours.
I mean,
as long as they're not coworkers of mine, I don't give a shit. So
Good point.
So
Good point.
Tell people. And now we do have an update about the shirts. We had a call today with Choctaw, aka Rob from bossbattles.gg. The promotion is over, obviously. Those shirts are being ordered. They will have been ordered as of a few days ago, as of the time of this being aired. The shirts have been ordered, so we're expecting a few weeks for them to come in. And then once they're in, they will be shipped, and you will get your nice, fresh, clean, unwashed TADPOG exclusive limited edition handmade artisan T-shirts.
On a sesame seed bun.
On a sesame seed bun. But it will not be packaged with the lettuce and tomato. That will come separately.
You're going to need to supply that.
You
have all the things.
So we'll keep you posted if and when we get more information about that before the time comes. I'm thinking probably mid-June they'll ship if the numbers that he gave us today are right. In addition to that, while we don't know for sure yet what the exact details are on this, there is going to be a surplus of the T-shirts. There was a minimum order and we did not meet the number for the minimum order, but the guys at bossbattles.gg were kind enough to front the cash to go ahead and buy up the surplus
so that they could be printed.
And ordered, and then they're going to stock them. So if you somehow missed your chance to order one of these shirts,
maybe they bought a bunch of Popeyes and didn't have enough money for shirts.
It's absolutely believable. Now's going to be the time to start thinking about that. We will let you know when those are available so that you can order them. There will be a very, very limited supply of these. So if you wanted one and didn't get a chance to get one, we'll let you know when you can. Again, congratulations to Phil, Sandwich Pope Phil, who won the raffle, the drawing for the $100 Amazon gift card. I'm going to say the code for that gift card right now for Phil so he can get it.
So if you're not Phil, just stop
don't use this code unless you're No, I'm not going to.
Take off the headphones if you're not Phil.
But anyway, that's the update on the shirts. And I think that's all I've got. So we should be ready to roll.
So then next week we'll be doing all the LJN WBF games. So no need to visit the randomizer.
As opposed to the LJN BBW games.
Those are
very
my favorite.
different.
They're a lot more fun.
They're way more fun. Graphics aren't great, but it's a lot of fun.
It was a different time. So.
You use that top rope in a whole new way.
Yeah. So our theme song is Moves by Single Drive. Link to that track from the charts at tapog.com. How you guys want to close it out?
As Terran.
Okay.
So until next time.
Capricorn.
Bring back calls.
I didn't really know how to do Terran there.
It doesn't matter.
I've got a Kentucky anime reading.
Oh, good.
Oh, okay.
I liked the last one.
I haven't heard the last one, so this is new
here
for me.
For it.
The Kentucky anime reading? Was I that drunk?
You did that last week, didn't you?
I wasn't here last week.
Yeah,
oh, wait.
you were.
Yeah, I was. Holy shit. Yeah, I was. Did you do that last week?
My name is Sasuke. Uchiha.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Okay.
I just completely forgot.
All right, now that we brought John back to reality.
A Kentucky anime reading from Majin Vegeta. I was the perfect warrior, cold and ruthless. I lived by my strength alone, uninhibited by foolish emotion. But slowly, over the years, I became one of you. My quest for greatness giving way to this life of mediocrity. I awake one day to find that I'd settled down, formed a family. I'd even grown quite fond of them. Would you believe I was starting to think Earth was a nice place to live? Do you understand that, Kakarot? That's why I needed Babidi to set me free by releasing the evil in my heart. He has freed me from those petty attachments, and I have to say it feels pretty good.
Nice.
Very good. I like he was like a little bit drunk too.